Cole has more solo rap albums than Andre 3000.
I agree. I'm with you.
You remember that song still had "Put Your Finger in the Air" because you the one? We talking about artists.
Rappers.
MC Hammer deserves to be in there.
No, he don't.
Nah.
Yes, he does.
You gonna compare MC Hammer to Drake?
Yes.
Him dissing Drake saved his career. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Welcome y'all to another episode of the Presidential Executive. What's going on? This your boy JB. It's my homie, my brother over here, El Presidente Rag.
Well, man, the last few times we had a guest, so when you started talking, like it's gonna come up on that. Like I would point at Vic, and I was like, oh, because we ain't got a guest. It ain't no, the camera be in the middle. I'm pointing at Vic. I'm like, oh, my camera's here. How y'all doing? Good to see y'all back.
That's a good segue. We got Crown Vic in the building, man.
Say what up to him, Crown.
You've
been MIA for a while.
Producing, doing what he do, man. We appreciate him, man. He's almost an honorary New York Giant over here. You know what I'm saying? Since look,
man, shout out to Eric Gray, man. Shout out to Crown Vic nephew, man.
Shout out to him, man.
Shout out to Mr. Eric and Miss Sharon. Congratulations, y'all raised a young king. Salute. So I hope you do big things. I really wanted you to go to the Niners, EG, but I hope you do great things in New York.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually say that. But
division rival. You won't necessarily be rooting for him, but you won't be rooting against him.
I would tell Vic when he was in the driveway, I was like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Lil E, you know, he coming from where he came from. I was like, hey, bro, you a big time. Wherever you go, I'm gonna be for you, right? Went from high school, went to Tennessee, was Evolve. I'm a Florida Gator fan. Like, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's like a big lead and he, you know what I'm saying, getting some garbage time stuff, you know what I mean? You know, it's just football. But at the end of the day, yeah, you know, I still rock with Lil E. But then he get drafted to the Giants, and this is like between them and the Eagles. That's our bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't wish nothing good for them or they fans. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Look, what was it? Staff, record level, and the crew. That's, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Tupac. You know what I mean? Like I just, you know what I mean? But look, Lil E, congratulations, man. You know, I knew it was it's hard to do that, man. Like whatever, 4th, 5th round, whatever it is, you got drafted. That's the main point. Salute to you. You know, yeah, I'm just gonna keep a mouth shut on the rest of it. But you know what I'm saying? Salute to you on that. But hopefully we can chop it up with you at some point soon. We're on all podcast platforms. Go ahead and like this video right now, man. We're everywhere that you stream podcasts, man. So y'all go ahead and do that. And we just kind of, we're not really freestyle. We got certain things we want to talk about. But I just feel I'm just going to say something today that, you know, just not even be PC. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. We'll see how it go. You know, our homie MKJ.
Oh, see, man, we gotta have him on here.
Yeah, we are gonna have him on here.
Talk about that.
We gonna have him on here.
So we can really dive deep.
And but he, you know, he had a sermon he did actually a few weeks ago now. Whenever this comes out, was talking about the secret societies and all that stuff like that. Yeah, we'll get, you know, in deep in that when he gets here. And obviously we got another guest too that we supposed to be having on too, a potential doctor. That,
man, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. It's been some times we had to reschedule, but between the times that she done had to reschedule,
she loafing.
I mean, I could say. I guess you could say we both loafing. Okay. You know, we got to own our part. Yep. Because there's some times we done had to reschedule.
Man, I go ahead and reach out.
I'll
reach out.
But I mean, there's been some other times. It's like, oh well, not today, and not next week, and not the week after next. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So,
but just to put out there,
but we gonna have her on
here. Yeah. But I definitely want to get into with MKJ when he actually gets on here. But just on the surface stuff of it, he was talking about the whole Greek and sororities and fraternities and stuff like that, and you know, given the demographic in our home church where we come from, that was a tough crowd to say that matches to. Yep. Yeah, I really do think that, you know, I give credit to Malik. I gave him a shout out. Salute. Personally, I think even on social media and all that stuff, you know what I mean? I know it could be tough, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, dealing with people that may get offended and, you know what I'm saying, all this and that. But yeah, you know, other than that, Yeah, I'll save that to when Malik get in here. So I won't, you know what I'm saying? Because but my thoughts are, I just, people that got offended, that's they on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Look at that.
And I don't.
He
I
gonna
don't
put a sound effect on Vic.
And I don't curse.
I don't say no. You do, but not really.
Yeah, I don't really do that. But
no,
when it's applied, I let it fly.
At some point, we may have Mikey Christian on here, but like he would beg to differ because I remember you gave him a whole. We call it the nigga speech.
The nigga speech, yeah.
That man gave that man a whole, like every time he would say something, he would be like, nigga, like, oh, it was epic. Yeah, I was like, T.O., I just got my popcorn ready. Me and K. Stewart was just sitting back.
Yeah, man. It's but this is a whole nother. But I think it's healthy. Actually, I looked at even the mental health wise. You know what I'm saying? When you actually feel something, and you want to say a word and you're actually doing yourself a disservice if you don't actually say a particular word. I don't do it. It's not part of my common speech, but when it apply, you let it fly. Like even for me, like when people say, that's for an example, whatever, with people, my dad passed from cancer. He had the brain, had the lung. You know what I'm saying? So if I happen to go off and say something like, fuck cancer, it's coming from a place of personal, it's personal for me because of, the situation and stuff my pops went through, we went through, going through all that stuff. And so, yeah, I didn't think I didn't think I was going to go there, but yeah.
I had a line in one of the songs that I recorded where it's called "If I Knew Then," but that verse I dedicated to my cousin Joy, who had passed. She had cesarean and ovarian cancer, and I had a line where I said, "Your fight wouldn't quit, man. Fuck cancer. Cancer is a bitch." Like I said, I said something similar to that.
Yeah.
In the song, but like it was to that same token. Like she had beaten it 4 times. And they kept saying like every time, oh, it's done,
right?
And so no, I totally feel that.
That's what my papa did too. He beat it, then it came back and all that stuff like that. But people that have went through that type of situational trauma with their loved one, mine was a parent. You know what I'm saying? It runs deep, and so when I say that, I mean that. And but yeah, like I said, Crime Vic in the building, man. I do want to. We supposed to had a guest, talking about this hip hop list. But we actually do. We got Crown Vic in the building, and actually it's kind of cool because Vic is kind of in the
video space, but he was also a DJ though.
But like generation, like is it X? Cause what was it? No.
So actually,
millennial?
Check this out.
I'm tripping.
So yeah, he actually is in the millennial generation.
Millennial, okay.
Like so, Generation X was actually the generation before us. So like, Jay Sanders would have been a part of Generation X.
Okay.
Like Black would have been a part of Generation X. K Rio, part of Generation X. Like the people like your brothers, Rodney and Tommy, were in Generation X.
Right.
But like us, the fact that like we got to see the video games, like that was really like our generation. Like the MTV, BET era, like that was stuff. Like when that was really popping, like they were in college. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like that's us coming home from school.
Right.
And then like the real big cell phone technology, that's our generation. So like
we were the demographic.
We are the millennial generation, and then this quote unquote Generation Y or whatever is the people behind us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know we kind of more prepared to Vic, but I know he has an idea of how his list, what his
not really
platter is as far as taste of hip hop.
I don't.
You really don't.
I don't.
You do. I think.
I promise I don't.
I think you do. But we gonna make you. You know what I'm saying? Have it make you feel. You gonna have some opinion. You gonna do that now. Now with me, I kind of just broke it down. Like honestly, I thought about this maybe whenever I hit you up maybe a couple weeks ago, and I actually made a list of 100 rappers. Okay, I was just spitballing off the top of my head. Google some, just like okay, let me. Of my type of platter of who I think would, be in part of the greatest rappers list, right? And so I made a list of 100, and I'll just name a few that, I had on my list that, may surprise some people. I had Project Pat on my top 100. I had
top 100.
You say you
I
would
can put him in the top 100.
Okay. Let me see who else with me. Maybe I had like Rod Wave. You familiar with Rod Wave?
Yeah.
He different. My nephew actually got on him, so I got him. You know, I put who else? I got Big Crit on my 100. Prodigy. You know, actually I got even Lecrae on my top 100. You know what I'm saying? Lecrae, Vic. Yes, Lecrae. Come on now, you gotta give him his props, man. You gotta give him his props. Yeah. So that was just some of the names that I have on my 100. But just speaking of that, Vic, what you think about Lecrae now? Come on now, you don't think he would?
I mean, Lecrae fitting.
Can you speak into the mic a little bit? I don't know if
My fault. Lecrae would fit in that category if he kept on what he was on. Now he just a regular rapper. To me.
Right.
It's like you can't give him that credit because he slick don't want it.
Yeah. You talking about staying in the
in
the Christian hip hop lane with that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, he kind of weaving back into it a little bit. If you kind of peeping kind of where he been at and what he on like the past year or two.
Cause he ain't making no money. Where he trying to look. I don't say too much.
No. That's real. Like it's popping now. It's popping. Like it's not a bad thing. At one point in time, I said this too in public, or maybe on the pod. Like he was like trying to shun that label,
right?
Of the Christian hip hop label. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? It'd be kind of corny. And he was on the Breakfast Club, called it corny and stuff like that. And so I was like,
right.
Like that's how you made your bread and butter to get on the Breakfast Club. But
that's how BET saw you.
Yeah,
that's how everybody saw you.
Yeah,
you know
he didn't like the label, which that's a tug and pull. I kind of get that, but I got him on my top 100. But let me tell you how I came up with my top 100. Well, not top. We doing top 25, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
top 25. This is how I came with my top 25. I had to actually write it down because you the MC, so I'm kind of coming at it from more of a consumer. You know what I'm saying? Art, even the creative as well. But this is what I think about with the greatest rappers. I'm thinking of obviously my preference. No, whoever you talking about,
so you got to take preference into account.
Preferences isn't you can't front about
it matters.
That. Right? It matters, but bars, styles, and cadence matters.
So I'm gonna tell you, I added for mine also longevity.
Okay.
So, cause I have some.
No, we say.
And I'll tell you. So, like for me, number 25 for me is Too Short. But Too Short, if you listen to Too Short, he's not like the bar guy.
For sure.
But like this nigga was relevant in the 80s, in the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, it's 2020s. He's still dropping because he's on the project with I forget what it's called, but it's like Ice Cube, Snoop, him, and
Mount Westmore.
Yeah, Mount Westmore. And who's the fourth person?
Snoop.
So it's Snoop, Cube, Too Short,
and E40.
And E40, right.
And E40, yeah.
So, like, you got, like, when you think about the fact that, like, this dude was going platinum with no promotion, no record label, off tapes.
Yeah.
You gotta, and he's been relevant. Like, everybody knows a Too Short song. Like, he's got features with everybody from Tupac to Jay-Z to Biggie. The world is filled with pimps and hoes. On the Big Ad, like, that's Too Short.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he got songs with everybody. So, like, I consider that longevity, like, that matters.
Yeah.
So, like,
hold on, let me finish my.
No, and I just gave that example. I wasn't gonna go down my list, but I
well, not the list. I'm just my.
But like, if you got a solo album,
okay,
I got some dudes that are not on mine because that's like a guy we was watching the game before we started pod. That's like a dude that scored 40.
Yep.
And then don't play the rest of the season.
Yep.
And you be like, oh, that nigga scored 40. He's amazing, which that may be the case.
Yeah.
But if you haven't shown me, I want to be able to not say, oh, like with you got the Preacher Man podcast.
Yeah.
It's like this nigga still can hold the pod and do his own. Like, it don't like, oh, well, only JB, we only see him on PrezEx. No, you got other examples.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you seen me do other stuff. You got other examples.
Yeah.
So, again.
I'll put that in account, too.
And so, like I said, so now, that's not popular, but it's going to be a very guy that somebody say should be in the top 10.
Yep.
I don't have him on my top 25, but not because he doesn't have top 25 talent. I don't have a single album, even if he gave me one,
right,
where I could say, Cause like a guy like Common, he be acting too, but Common got albums plural.
Yep.
And that's all. So go ahead, finish yours.
Like you said something in there. I actually put in there. I said bar styles and cadence matters. I put in entertainment value, making a dope record. Like you can rapidy rap all you want, but at the end of the day, I gotta wanna hear. I like how you flow. Like I like when I say cadence, I mean as in your voice. Some rappers' voice are just gold. Like it just you know what I'm saying. It stands
like
out.
Jadakiss.
Yeah.
Jeezy.
Yeah. They stand out. You know what I'm saying? So entertainment value, making a dope record, being original, less ghostwriting.
Which is also why I don't have two very prominent people. And I know it's a lot of, like how we say bronze sexuals.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Ye sexuals who are going to be mad. It's a lot of Drake sexuals who are going to be mad.
Yeah.
Because for real, like, that nigga need to be paying y'all for as much as y'all be on his dick. Not because he ain't talented. And again, this is coming from somebody who knows. Amazing.
Yeah.
As an artist,
Very
he's a dream.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like he got like the voice.
Yeah.
The nigga voice is golden.
Yeah.
The stage presence.
Yeah.
I'm not taking nothing away from his art.
Okay, he got good cadence too.
But it's just like if every time you went on a date, like I'm the one giving you money to take the chick out on a date. You driving my car to take the chick out on a date. You using my house to impress the chick. So then, but when she get ready to give you something, like that should be me that be getting it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and you would feel the type of way if you was supplying me to, you know.
Yeah.
But then I'm getting all the credit, and it's your car I'm driving, it's your money you giving me, it's your house I'm using. So again, now to your point, you got to be able to make it look good. But I can't. The difference between singing and rapping is a singer. It's about your voice and how you make me feel when you sing the song. Mm-hmm. But rappers were always, it was like a way you can express what you're feeling, and you don't necessarily have to carry a tune. Mm-hmm. It's the conviction in which you say what you're saying. And so now when you're just reciting, you don't have my conviction because you're just repeating what I feel.
Now you got to have the voice.
Yeah, no, voice
to pull it off. Just
voices
like
matter.
You know, Whitney Houston wasn't a songwriter or nothing, but she had such. I put that into account too. Like being original, let's ghostwriting, that matters, but also you still got to be able to pull it off. If you are like, if Vic give me a record and it goes platinum, like he gave me the words, but I put my sauce on it because I'm the talent or you're the talent. And so,
you know, like, but to that point, like, sometimes it's not, like, I think it's how you say something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to cut you out, but I was just go ahead.
No, and let's have one more, and then, as you said, I said classic solo albums, or at least one. Everybody on my list
got to give me one.
Got to have one.
Because Scarface was dope with the Ghetto Boys.
He was.
But Scarface gave us albums, right?
He did.
Ice Cube.
Yeah.
But then you got to also take into account Ice Cube wrote, like Easy had a line where he said, Ice Cube, write the words that I say. Like, he was a ghostwriter. He had NWA. But then when he left, and he dropped like 3 of them back to back. Like the Death Certificate, America's Most Wanted, and then I can't remember what the one after that, but like, and then he went to the East Coast and got East Coast producers like, it ain't just Dre.
He got Chuck D in them.
Right, like the Bomb Squad. I can go to a whole nother coast. So.
And he, So we sound like we kind of, you know, in the same atmosphere with that. But yeah, those are, what was it? Those are my 5. So I said preference, bars, style, and cadence matters. Entertainment value, making a dope record. Being original, let's goes right, and then classic rap album. Like, it ain't gotta be like. I think I gotta look at my top 10, but my top 10, I think definitely you got at least gotta have 2 or 3 classic albums. You know what I'm saying? At least in my top 10, how I did mine, I had you had to have at least 2. At least two to really.
Now I say I got one in my top 10 that probably people would say he doesn't have
that.
A top 10 album, but like I got Jadakiss in my top 10.
You do?
But, yes.
Okay.
But he like, to me, like he's one like you put Jada been on songs with people from the South.
Yeah.
And again, the longevity factor also matters, you know, because he's got the lock stuff.
He was on the South before New York people really got on.
What I didn't know, listening to his interviews, his daddy, them got family from Memphis.
He's from Memphis.
Yeah, he's like when he went, like a semester. He did a semester at the University of Memphis.
Yep.
And so like that's why he would be like, oh, he had bars where he'd be like, oh, like the niggas from Memphis, like he got family. Yeah. So shout out to Jada Kiss.
Yeah, he did.
And Kiss Cafe because they got their own coffee brand.
I saw that. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I tried. You know, I tried. I tried.
But I've never heard a bad Jada verse. Like I said, Jada got albums from his first album, Kiss the Game Goodbye, to Kiss of Death, to Last Kiss, to his top 5 Dead or Alive album.
Did you like Kiss Goodbye though?
Kiss the Game Goodbye?
Yeah, that was his first album, right?
Yeah, that's the one that got Jada's Got a Gun, We Gonna Make It.
What was his first one? What was his first
Kiss the Game Goodbye. That's one got We Gonna Make It on there.
But
he also got Knock Yourself Out.
Yeah.
So you're modeling my Knock Yourself Out. Like that was a joint. The song he had with Nas on there, Show Discipline.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I just wouldn't categorize it as a classic.
Jada's Got a Gun. I'm not saying it was a classic. I'm just saying
I
like
feel you, though.
When I heard it though, it was like, okay, Jada can do a solo album.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then when he put out Kiss of Death, that's the joint he had the Nate Dogg hook. You know, actually he had Nate Dogg on 2 of the songs. Time's Up and another joint. But he had the joint with Pharrell on there, Hot Sauce to Go. Man, he had another classic with him and Styles on there. Like, and then Last Kiss, that first joint, Payback, Pain and Torture, he had the song with Lil Wayne, definitely. Like, don't get me wrong, like I messed with Kiss, and then he had the joint with him and Fabulous did.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It was called Friday on Elm Street.
Yeah.
And it was like Freddie and Jason, because his real name Jason.
Yeah.
Like I said, I mess with Kiss. You know what I'm saying? Like the Ignatius album, because he named it after his homeboy. His homeboy had just died, and he named it after him. Like, man. And then all the Lock stuff.
Yeah.
Then they did a joint with like half of the members from Wu-Tang, and they called it Wu Block, because the name of their record label is D Block, and it was like Raekwon, Ghostface, and somebody. It was Raekwon, Ghostface, and somebody else, and then the Locks, and they had like a joint album called Wu Block.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, man, you listen to that genre, like, and again, that's just straight
yeah
bar. Like, if you a hip hop head and you like to listen to like, and you see I'm like a kid in the candy shop grinning, like that was my. I'm sorry, I mess with Jada.
Now, Vic. Now I know you not prepared with that, but your top 2. This, I mean, I'm just curious.
Oh, he got Kanye in there.
No,
so, or Drake.
Kanye gotta be.
He got Drake in there.
I don't know, man.
You don't know.
I don't know, man. I'd say,
because I feel like if you got Drake, you gotta have Quentin Miller in there. And Gilly.
Dang, Gilly.
But the question,
Gilly was. I'm sorry, Gilly was.
What you think about Drake though? I mean, we had something like what?
I like Drake.
Now, do you think he should be in the elite level of rappers though?
Nah.
Now, when you say
no, not.
But now, entertainers, artists, yes, that's
definitely
artists. Entertainers and artists. That's
Yeah.
So that's not taken away from his art.
Right.
So if he performs the song, does he deserve the Grammy? Yes.
Yeah.
If people are listening to it and it's getting the spins, man, not to take nothing away from him, he has to work hard to do what he do.
Yeah.
But if you write me something dope, like I can repeat it enough times and make it look like it's mine. Yeah. And I'm not. It's no shade, but like we had Black in here, like.
Yeah.
Nigga, if you, and you know, because we would do that, we took that same thing. If you was going to be at that circle at that table rapping, even if you ain't give us but 8 bars, nigga, you had to come with it.
Yeah. Now, from your, because you were 33.
Y'all gonna hate me. I give y'all my I ain't on no level with y'all though.
Nah, I'm just.
Mine
OJ the Juice
is
Man.
is on a different.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. Like, what are your thoughts?
Wayne and Gucci, man. Come on.
Gucci. I like Gucci.
I give you Wayne.
Because
actually, I have Wayne as number 8.
And going with longevity.
No, I have Wayne as number 8. No, he's number 8.
Okay.
Wayne is in my top 10.
He in my top 10.
And that's surprising to you because you didn't think I rock with Wayne like that.
I did.
He is number 8.
I did.
On my list.
I did.
Look, hey, I have Wayne rated higher than I have Royce the 5'9".
Now that's big on Royce.
Yeah, that's for you.
But now, if you talk about my favorite, that's different. But I know how to be objective.
You got to be objective.
I have Royce as number 14 on my top all time. But when you talk about longevity, Royce go back to 99.
Yeah. Right.
And then like when you talk about actual albums, like dude got like at least 10 albums out.
What Big L is on your list?
Big L is okay. So I actually have Big L and
You
Big
have Big
Sean
L?
on my outside. They're like between the 25 and 30.
Okay, I
Okay.
thought you had
No, I
the top
actually have it
25.
written down. I got Big L and Big Sean in
I
my
would have
top
expected him to
30.
put Big L.
But only because
Big L?
Oh yeah, no, you know
I
I
got
used to be
introduced to
Yeah,
Big
I put
L
him on the
for
Big
real.
L. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I put all them on the Big L. Like I
Yeah.
used to like let them listen to like a plethora of whether it was
He-
gospel.
He in my top 50.
Whatever.
He in my top 50.
No, like I said, he's in my top 30. But my only thing with Big L is, so you had the album they put out right after he died called
Right
The Big
after he
Picture,
died,
which
yeah.
was like a compilation. And I actually have both of the albums. And it was the one that came out right before that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like he was next up.
He was. He
And
spins.
that's why like Big Pun would be hot. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, like he got like 2-3 albums maybe, but like
He up in mine.
no, he's number 13 on my list.
Oh, I ain't got him.
So,
Okay.
but the thing is, it's like kind of like Sterling Sharp, right? In
Mm-hmm.
NFL, he only played 7 years, but like when you look at his stats, like he's still in the top 20 of like all the receiving stats, and he got hurt. Like Gilbert Arenas made the comment, he was like, if you're comparing me to Dame Lillard and Steph Curry, he was like, are you rating my whole career? Or he said, because I got hurt when I was 25. And he was like, so now if you stop them at 25 and me at 25,
Right.
so like if you look at Gilbert till he was 25, and that's what I'm saying, I'm looking at Big Pun,
Yeah.
not till now, but like in the time that he was in the game from like maybe 93 to like 99, 2000,
Yeah.
the features, the verses, the albums,
Capital
the songs,
Punishment, dog.
right?
Is like,
But even the commercialability,
Yeah.
because like he had the song with Donnell Jones,
man,
he had the song with Joe,
his voice,
and you could still play Don't Want to Be a Player No More,
that cadence, bro.
and
he got that.
or the joint with him and Fat Joe when like Black was saying "Dead in the Middle of Little Italy," little did we know we did like
Crazy.
his
dog.
breath control.
Yeah. Now, to what Vic was saying about Gucci, like I ain't gonna lie,
Over the game.
I had a different respect for Gucci when he came out with the State versus Roderick Davis.
Mm-hmm.
That junk, he actually was saying some stuff on there was like
Gucci is in my top 100.
whoa.
Where I don't know,
He is too.
and if for nothing else, because he signed like the greatest young rapper of all time. My boy, shout out Free Foogie. Oh, I mess with Foogie. I know, boy. Don't play with Foogie. Don't play with Foogie. But
What about Pooh though?
But nah, like no, I mean, like
Pooh hard though.
Yeah, Pooh Shiesty
I really
straight.
don't mess with them young.
Oh,
but
and
Pooh,
I mean, like, and he's not signed with them. But then, like I said, now again, favorites. If we going in my favorites of the last 7 years, like Royce the 5'9", Fugiano, Finesse 2 times, because you know Finesse, I love Finesse.
Yes.
Finesse is in my
Hell
top
no, look
100.
at Ricky.
Yeah.
I love Finesse.
Hey man.
But
Yeah, man. You got
but to what you was talking about, like the voice.
Yeah.
And he was on $1 Million Worth of Game, and so I think it was Gilly who was making the beat, and he was rapping while Gilly was beating on the table, and they were looking at him like, this nigga is really spitting, like, and it was like, and I'm at work just like, I'm in the mail truck like throwing that mail like getting it, but
Gucci hard.
but so now again like
Gucci hard.
that is favorite preference, but now to Vic's point. I wouldn't have him in my top 2. He's in my top 100. Where exactly, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to shit on his contribution, his longevity, his impact. He does good features dang near with anybody.
Yeah.
I would say, I guess for me, I think really for me, I don't really like the voice.
Gucci.
Yeah. He kind of sound like,
It grew on me.
he kind of sound like he don't care. I'm not saying he don't, but like for somebody who do, like it just kind of sound like I'm just sitting in here chilling. Me and my homeboy, we making it just sound like I don't really give a fuck.
Right.
You know, and maybe it just come that easy for him.
I got Dolph in my top 100.
Dolph is definitely in the top 100 now. Come on, stop it.
People slipping on Dolph. Like Dolph lyrically, like he be saying some stuff and he got his own little cadence, own little, ad libs and stuff like that. But back to the list. Okay. How you want to do this? You want me to do my top 5?
So I tell you what, do you have them in order?
I do.
Okay, so let's go down from 25 to 1.
Okay.
You good with that, Vic?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And then, but I want you to chime in though as we say.
or whatever you say.
And we ain't got to spend a long time talking on me. I mean, I'm just saying, you know me, right? You know, I don't care, but you know, I know you be pressed.
Now, I went back and forth on my 25, on my number 25 because.
Shoot, you should have got a cup. You need a drink for this. I got Vic one too. I would have poured him some cranberry juice.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I ain't got no cup.
I tell you what. Oh, it's one over there in the corner with a straw in it.
All right, this mine.
Oh, my bad.
No, that's his. No, that's mine back there.
No, this is mine right here.
Yeah, I got you on that good cranberry juice, Vic. It's that good crayon cherry.
So you can give boy if Vic can get that cup back there.
Yeah, he said if you want him the cup.
That whatever, cause that green, whatever it is. I don't know, whatever it is. But my 25 though. Let's see, cause I went back and forth for a minute on this, but I believe just obviously appreciate it, bro. I settled on.
I even got your ice cube too. Nigga.
You got the ice too,
nigga. I brought the like I told you, I didn't have time.
Yeah.
So I grabbed my shirt. So
then,
I took the whole ice cube tray out the freezer because I'm dedicated.
Wow, you dedicated. I appreciate that, bro. But my 25, though, I had Mace.
Wow.
Mace.
Mace. I didn't forget about him.
Dog.
I did forget about Murder
Yeah.
Mace. And so check this out. You know him, Cameron, and Big L had a group.
Yep.
Called Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn, yep.
And they actually all played high school ball together.
Yep.
Because Cameron
championship game?
Yeah. Right. I want to say Mace missed the layup, didn't it? Or the shot.
Yeah. Mace did. Yeah.
But Cam actually played a couple of years in college.
Yeah.
But they all were good at basketball.
Yeah. And the reason I put Mace in there because I was teetering a couple names. Actually, I wanted to put
not Mace and Bethel.
Mace. Look, I had 3 names for my top 25 for my number 25. I had Mace. I thought about Busta Rhymes.
Ooh, nigga.
I thought because I didn't put him in my.
Oh, okay. Hold up. So you got Mace at your 25, but like, hold up. Who was on your outside looking in list? I'm sure you got them written down. So you said Busta's one. Who else you got?
Outside now?
The top 20. Like, could depending on what you like, you could swap them with some people.
Because I actually put a couple on my list. I had, let me see. I had Method Man on my outside. It was tough.
I definitely could see Method Man.
I had
a lot of the dudes from Wu-Tang, to be honest.
Yep. And I had let's see somebody else on my outside that I was gonna put in there. I was gonna put in Jeezy.
So you got him on your outside?
On the outside.
Oh wow.
On the outside.
Because I actually got Jeezy in my.
You do?
He in my top.
He was on my outside.
You know what did it for Jeezy for me when I heard the Recession album?
Yes. Yep.
And that like the Recession album. Now he wasn't that high then, but that was when I noticed like, okay, he's a problem.
That was a TSU album.
And that was like
College
after that
years.
it was just a constant.
I ain't mad at you, bro. Like honestly, I went back and forth on that. Who you
and I give so like because so I give you mine on the outside looking in.
Okay.
Like I said, I had Big L and Big Sean on the outside looking in.
Okay.
I also had T.I. on the outside looking in. T.I. could have easily been, and I messed with T.I. I messed with T.I. tough.
That's my guy.
That's
my guy.
And I know this is like kind of the elephant in the room thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give a special shout out to 3 Stacks because 3 Stacks. This is what I feel, and I'm saying it right here, right now. I don't think he's gonna do it. But had he gave me one album, 3 Stacks could easily be in my top 5.
Yep.
I would replace because my top 5 been solid. I've told you it's no surprise.
He'd be in my top 8.
Sure. The order has changed of my top 5, but if 3 Stacks put out, and this is gonna break my heart, if 3 Stacks had put out an album, 3 Stacks could replace Rakim out my top 5.
That's
and
like real.
My whole
that's
like
real.
if you actually was to listen to certain stuff that I say and the way I do it when you rhyme 2 syllables inside of a bar and you're having each like 4th word, like he was surgical.
Yeah.
And so when you listen to people like Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Big Pun, like all of them was like Rakim was that. Yeah. He's like one of the only dudes. His first 4 projects was all like 5 mics in the source.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like, and I still got him in my CD case right now. But so 3 Stacks is an honorable mention. But like I said, I got Big L, Big Pun. I mean not Big Pun, Big L, Big Sean, T.I., Crit.
Crit Cole.
They are in my outside looking in list.
And back on Mace because Ye also said Mace was his favorite rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Mace, as far when I said
He had the voice, the commercial appeal.
bars, style, cadence. You know what I'm saying? I want to listen to Mace. I think he created was the beginning of an era that swag rap. I think he actually started it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Mace doing all the bad boy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so I got Mace, my 25, 24. You know, you just spoke on him. I had to put him in. I thought I wasn't gonna put him in the 25. Andre 3 Stacks. I put him in.
You said when you did the criteria.
I said one classic
solo album.
Solo album. I know
he does not have a solo album.
He don't, but his talent.
No, that's why he's in. Like, but you don't have a solo album.
I agree. Now
every person I got on my list got at least 3 solo albums.
Right, and so that was tough for me because that's what I was gonna say. Who was on my outside? The DOC.
Yeah, but see,
the
that's
DOC
what I'm saying.
was on my outside.
But this is what I'm saying. The DOC has more solo albums than Andre 3000, and that's a problem to me.
But I would rather listen to Andre.
The DOC only has 1 solo album.
I do, but I felt I had to put him in my top.
CeeLo has more solo rap albums than Andre 3000.
I agree. I'm with you.
You remember that song CeeLo had, "Put Your Finger in the Air 'Cause You the One Girl"? That was on his second album.
One girl.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, the only reason I put him in there because a lot of people,
which I still have in my CD case.
A lot of people have 3 Stacks in their top 10, top 12 for sure, but I had to, deduct points just because of no solo album. Technically, he had a solo album on the double CD.
That was a double, and they both was
it was
on
a double
song.
But it really wasn't. It wasn't a rap album either way. It was like a funkadelic type of.
Even the singles that he had,
right.
Roses. Big Boy rapped on that one.
Yeah.
Caroline, you remember that? I know you like to thank yo. Shit, now don't get me wrong, but that's not a freaking.
It's not.
Come on, man.
But I just slipped him now. Tell me, Vic, what you think about 3 Stacks, bro? Like clearly, like as far as putting him,
he's a top 3 talent.
Top 3 talent for sure.
I think where you coming from, everything that he put out, his verses can be compiled on a CD and make a solo album.
But it wouldn't be like a complete.
It wouldn't be, but
project.
If I'm not lit, so take Outkast out.
Yeah.
If I want to hear him, I have to listen to maybe other artists that I might not want to listen to.
Yeah.
Just to hear him. And that's all I'm saying. Like if I want to hear Common, I got albums that I can listen to with Common to his point, and Busta Rhymes should have been on my outside looking in because his catalog is amazing. But
for sure.
That's another one. Busta got like the junk he did with Dr. Dre.
Yeah. His
case. And I messed with Busta before that, but the one he did with Dr. Dre, oh my God, the junk where he sampled Rick James in the Ghetto, like, come on, man.
His style is impeccable. I think, and actually Busta Rhymes is the most nominated person not to win a Grammy.
What I'm saying.
Yeah. So he
like I said, I got Royce in there, but like Royce was actually we did this on the show. He was Grammy nominated.
Yeah.
Along with Nas.
He was He was on my outside. He was on my outside with Busta, but I was between him, Mace. I was like, who would I rather listen to if I just put it out there?
No, don't get me wrong, but that's the thing. I don't have an album that I can go to.
Right.
I gotta actually look for his features to.
Right. I agree. Like the only reason I put Stack on my list was 24 because I was like, I felt it was like a Barry Sanders thing.
And
like
if he's in my top, I'm not saying he's not in my top 100, but he's probably like between 95 and 100.
Right.
But only for that reason. If he give me, and again, he's so talented. Had he given me one, he would go all the way from like 95 to like number 3 or number 2. Like he's right there.
And that matters. I was having a conversation with a couple people talking about that.
Songs with Jay-Z, songs with UGK, songs with, of course, Outkast stuff, song like Killer Mike got bought. Like, he do his damn thing, but like sometimes you want to hear, like when I go on a road trip, I can sit up and play Life After Death, the double CD by Notorious B.I.G. And dang near barely skip like 1 or 2 songs. And that's only because I don't really want to hear that song. Right. But I could legit play it straight through. Right. Nas, like he got several albums I could play straight through. Illmatic, Stillmatic, Godson, King's Disease, Life is Good. Like the nigga album, Jay-Z, I could play damn near Blueprint.
all
I could play the Black Album. I could play American Gangster. And keep in mind, Reasonable Doubt. Now, Reasonable Doubt was my shit, but like,
Yeah.
but the other albums, he got a lot of songs, 6 or 7 songs. Like, okay, I might say, but then the next 2, you see what I'm saying? So like, when I'm rating, like my theme song when I first got the Nissan, every time I get, no matter where I was at, I had Rakim CD in the disc changer, and I would always play "Don't Sweat the Technique" before I pulled off.
Now,
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have that with. I gotta go get an Outkast album, and I got them in my playlist. Elevators, Rosa Parks, Return of the Gangster, Aquemini. I'm an Outkast stan.
Southern playlist.
Come on, man.
Now,
and Players Ball.
Right.
It's beginning to look a lot like what I watched right here. Free step and voice, like what you said. Come on, man.
The
Andre.
voice. But I felt I had, because I wasn't gonna put him in there at all just to prove a point. Because you never gave me an album.
That man said, I hit a gypsy and she hit me to some life game to stimulate and activate the left and right brain. Said, baby boy, your only fuck here is your last cut. If not for that, your ass will be a haswood. That's something to listen to. Even that's something. Come on, man.
Killing.
Stop it.
Killing.
I mess with Dre.
So that's my who your 24, bro?
Okay, so I said my 25, which was too short.
Yep.
Like we already explained that.
Yep.
My 24 is LL Cool J.
That low? High.
The nigga stopped making albums after 1990, nigga.
I mean,
and I had to go back, like, but we all know radio. We all know I Need Love. We all know Mama Said Knock You Out.
Right.
But like that was like 91.
Yeah.
And I just remember they still play that over stuff. Like you watch a boxing match, you still hear Mama Said Knock You Out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't call it a comeback. Like, I give him his props, but then he started making movies.
Yeah.
Like Vic is a few years younger than us, but he know him more from In the House than he do from rapping.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
In Too Deep, LL Cool J.
He got
Deliver Us from Evil, LL Cool. I mean, at this point, he got more movie credits than he do albums.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
True. Yeah, he got a lot of.
But again, but LL is one of those guys.
Yeah.
So I got to give. So I'm gonna give my 23 and 22, and you can give your 23 and 22 next. So 23, I have Ross.
Real okay.
I know, surprising, because y'all know like, but when Ross put out,
I'm surprised you got me in 25.
When he put out God Forgives I Don't.
Okay.
Like that was like, okay, I underestimated this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is a problem out here. And, but then going to the longevity, because like I want to say Port of Miami came out with like 05.
Yep, somewhere around there.
So like you're talking about almost 20 years and consistently. And I gotta get, and then he's on features with guys, like he's doing songs with T.I., Jay-Z, Jeezy, like with lyrical people, and he's holding his own.
No doubt. Okay.
So, and then number 22, I got Fab.
22, we got Fab.
It's Fab.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, 23, 22. 23, 22. 23 for me, I got Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, I got a hard pass on that.
Lauryn Hill.
As far as what?
Look. Let's go to my list again. I said preference for one.
Strictly off preference.
Bar, yeah.
That's why I be clowning you.
Bar, style, and cadence. Like you can't tell me that the one album that she actually did come out with was like literally for me the perfect album. It was a perfect album.
How many more women do you have in your top 25?
She the only one.
So that's why I got a hard pass.
She the only one, bro.
Because you like what I'm saying.
I like MC Light. I thought MC Light, Queen.
Exactly my point.
Ain't no Nicki Minaj.
She got less material than all of them. But even if you don't put in a Cardi or Megan or Nicki, who are more new people, let's just go back to like she ain't got more verses than Foxy. She ain't killed more verses than Foxy.
But she
ain't killed more verses than Lil' Kim. She ain't killed more verses than Remy. Like what are we talking about? Nah. So now again, like, and even on her album, that was kind of my argument with the 3 Stage. Like even on the album, she had 3 songs on that album, maybe 4. And again, if I'm wrong, correct me. But it wasn't like she rapped on that whole album. It was mostly like ballads and singing. And she had songs where she was singing and she may spit a verse, but it was mostly like kind of. It was like an art, and a lot of that's why they was mad. Some people was mad.
And Wycliffe wrote it.
Wycliffe will run.
I'm starting.
Don't do that. I'm not gonna say that, but what I will say, and I'm not taking.
Man, come on, man.
Y'all
But check
slipping
this
on
I
out.
that,
was a
dog.
singer, man.
Right, but check this out. She was on that show,
rapping.
Lyricist Lounge. She
Yeah.
was on there with like Big L and Big Pun, CeeLo. They all was on Lyricist Lounge. She could spit. I'm not taking nothing away from her, but if I want to hear her, I got like maybe 4 songs from the Fugees and 3 songs from her album.
Just don't
Like
have,
with Lil'
don't have
Kim-
Black Eyed Peas on there.
I got that. What I'm saying, he might as well. No, what I'm saying is, if I want to hit like Lil' Kim got albums plural.
Yeah.
She got features with Biggie and with Jay-Z and with Method Man. Like she got heck, Missy Elliott got more verses rapping,
I just
than Lauryn Hill.
that Lauren had that nuclear
and
weapon.
she got a top. Now don't get
She
it
got
twisted.
that
Lauryn
nuclear
Hill
weapon.
is top 3 talent.
Yeah.
Okay,
But she gave you an album too, though.
But again, it's just like why I can't, and I don't want to get too far off in the rabbit hole, but that's why like I can't have Penny higher on a certain level because Penny is top 3 talent, but Penny's career, you talking about 3-4 years, and so now you want me to put you in. Now, granted, your 3-4 years may be better than my own individual 3-4 years, but now when you stretch it out, and I played 15, and my 15. I was on a similar level. You was here for 3-4 years, and then like for the next 12, you was here. Like, it don't mean that I didn't like to watch you. It don't mean that when you was on your shit, you wasn't a problem. But like, let's just be honest. After you did this impact, like you wasn't impactful.
I said
no
if
more.
Grant Hill got in, I think Penny got to be at least
Grant
in
Hill
conversation.
Grant Hill was a 7-time All-Star before his ankles got fucked
He was
up.
7.
Penny was a 3-time All-Star.
But 3-time first team
and-
All NBA too.
As Gilbert Arenas was.
He was
So
never
should
first
Gilbert
team,
Arenas be in
first
the
team.
Hall of Fame?
He went first team All NBA.
Who?
Gilbert.
Gilbert was 2-time first team, 1-time third
Oh
team.
hell no, we're gonna look that up.
Okay, but still he had 3 All NBA selections.
Yeah, I
and was
selections.
3-time All-Star.
Selections, I agree.
And for his career,
Not first team,
Gilbert played 12 years. Penny played 15. Gilbert has more points than Penny,
He
more
does.
assists than Penny, more rebounds than Penny, more steals than Penny. And
does.
so again, like
Right.
I said, I don't think that Gilbert is a Hall of Famer because of that reason. And so for the same reason, Penny cannot be when somebody who played the same amount, actually less than you, who got your same accolades, got higher than you, a better assist to turnover ratio.
Who you talking about?
Gilbert had a better assist to turnover ratio than Penny.
Oh, Gil, yeah.
For his career, like
yeah.
Penny was like 5 assists, 3 turnovers.
Yeah. Now, my thing with Penny was always perfect. Like I didn't think.
Yeah, I know.
He
He
actually
wrong.
should be. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying with Lauryn Hill. Like I like watching you play,
she gotta. Be
but I
on
don't
that,
have
dog.
enough to put you to justify you being over Remy or Lil' Kim or Foxy or Eve or
I like Eve too, but
I can't even put her over Trina.
like, just for me, like
Oh, the trainer?
Trina got more work.
Trina.
I
What
work.
about
I
Trina?
give you work. I work.
Man, Trina, no, dog.
I'm not saying that Trina
Oh,
is
no,
a better
man.
spitter.
You talking about-
Lauren is a better talent,
You talking about Florida
but
Trina?
Trina got more work.
What are you talking about? Trina from?
got
No,
more work.
Lauren got her on. You talk about voice, Lauren. You talk about flow, Lauren. You talk about lyrics, Lauren. You talk about work,
Yeah, but
it get real silent.
my thing is when you have
You looking
that,
real unfamiliar, gangster. This is-
that one nuclear bomb. Like she got a nuclear. She ain't just got she got a nuclear bomb, and so it's like I had to give her just doing that. She had to make my top 25 list. So my 22, they were 23, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say you have to move on because we go.
We gonna get on that. Nah,
So now you got 22, 21. I mean, yeah. No, I'm sorry, 21, 20.
Hold on, my 22 is Big Pun. Cause my 23 was Lauryn Hill.
Right. So you did 23, 22 Big Pun.
22
Okay.
Big Pun.
All right. So now who was your 21 and 20?
21 and 20. Like,
Because I don't have a problem with Big Pun being in your top
Yeah.
25.
I was all this is kind of. I had Big Daddy Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Big Daddy Kane. My 21.
Mm-hmm.
My 20 is
No argument.
My 20 is Redman.
Ooh.
Yes. Because when I said
Rick City.
when I said
Hey, and I'm not gonna lie.
Method Man was on the outside.
Forgive me, Method Man. I think I said Method Man was on my outside.
He was on the
but if I
outside,
did,
yeah.
Method Man is definitely in there. But I've got to include Redman again, features solo work.
Muddy Waters?
Yeah, like
Keenan got me on that, man.
No, I'm gonna tell you what put me on Redman, because I was a big Tupac fan.
Man.
So on the All Eyes on Me album, Tupac has a song called I don't want to misname the song, but the joint, right, it's
What, Method Man on there too?
Right, it's Daz, Corrupt, Tupac,
yep.
Method Man, and Redman.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
And he said, "Fuck." he said, "Funk Doctor, who's Spock? Don't get it twisted." When he said that, it's like, no, I'm the Funk Doctor, who's Spock? Don't get it twisted. Like when he say that, I'm like, oh.
All I gotta say is,
got more connects than Federal Express.
On Eminem's song, when he listed his rapper, who he named first? Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie, Andre from Uncat. You see what I'm saying? So
and again, like Reggie, I give you
Reggie was Redman. A lot of people don't know that. Reggie, like, who Reggie?
He was talking about Redman.
That's his government name, Reggie Noble.
Right.
So, Redman my 20, man. Redman 20. Like, Vic, I don't even know if you know about Redman, dog. You gotta go back and look.
No, Redman had bars. Oh no! And then check this out. When and LL did have that one song in the '90s, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, where he had it was like Master P, DMX, Cannabis, Redman, and Method Man was on it.
Is that the joint he dissed Cannabis?
He dissed Cannabis on it. He had Cannabis on the song and dissed him on the song.
Cannabis, yep.
But Redman ripped that joint.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Okay, so my
who you got?
22. No, I'm on 21. So my 21 is a Snowman. Young Jeezy.
Yeah, I like that.
Like I said, I meant Jeezy was.
Yeah.
Oh no, he was gonna make I mess with Jeezy, and then the last joint he put out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Snowfall.
Call me Michael Jackson Jeezy. Like no, that's my. Yeah. No, I mess with Jeezy.
Yeah.
Number 20 is KRS-One. Got to have the T-shirt in there.
I thought about that.
So
he's on my outside.
But again, it's because of he didn't have an impact past a certain point.
That's true.
But the fact that when he came out,
Nuclear.
When he said, "I'm not the greatest rapper alive. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5." It was like, oh yeah. Like when you got you talking but at the time, But you got to keep in mind, this is before Kane. Yeah. This is before Rakim. This is before Jay-Z, Nas, and all. But at the time,
you talking about that's what the boogie down.
Yeah, BDP, right?
85, 86,
right. Yeah,
something like that.
He was like the bar that you had to jump.
Yeah,
like he was like the Bill Russell that you had to get past to be like, that guy.
Yeah.
So I got to include him in my top 20. So he is number 20. Number 19, I have Common. At number 19. Common, I like Common. Like Water for Chocolate Dope album. He had the joint that Kanye produced. I can't think of what's the name of it, but it was before the B album. Yeah, B was the album after that. Yeah. But he dropped them joints back to back, and then like I said, he got the Grammy for the joint that he did on set. Like Common could just be like, okay, I'm acting, I'm gonna act. All right, I'm gonna quit bullshit. Let me drop a verse, and it still be that. He got one of the greatest diss songs of all time. Yeah. When he dissed Ice Cube.
Yeah.
And again, we're not trying to bring up we know y'all love each other now, but when the first line, it's just like, oh, we thought he was on some conscious.
Yeah.
Common that nigga.
Common dope. Like he's on my outside.
Right.
But I actually thought about putting him in there.
Yeah. So and I'll give you my 18 and 17. And it's funny because my 18 is Ice Cube.
Yeah. Wow.
So you gotta have them together, but again, that goes back to the ghostwriting that he did.
Okay.
For cause if you got Easy Does It as a classic album, that's mostly Ice Cube and MC Ren.
Okay.
You got the NWA album, which so again, all the Easy and Dre verses is mostly Ice Cube and MC Ren. Okay. And then he leaves NWA and he drops 3 back-to-back bangers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he chills, he gets into acting. But then he come back with the Players Club soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? You remember that?
Yeah,
we be clubbing. Everybody it when and it was like, oh, he's still. Today Was a Good Day is one of the classic songs.
I don't think you give him this just due. I got him higher on my list.
Okay, and then but you remember on the Lil Jon joint, the grand finale joint.
Yes.
Was
it Laugh Not Cry Later?
Not right. It was and that's the joint they had Nas on there, Jada, T.I., and Ice Cube and Bun B. Yeah, man. And it's and Ice Cube got the verse over everybody?
No. Ice Cube is iconic.
And I got an ego, but I am not T.O.
Yeah. And he got the voice. The voice.
Gangsters don't dance, we boogie. I told y'all motherfuckers, Kobe didn't take that.
Hey, I'm with you.
Hold up. So I gave.
You got a low though, but
so I got 1, 2. Okay, so yeah.
You
so
said
now
that's your 18. He your 18.
Right, yeah. So we stopped there. So now it's on you. Who was your? Did you give your 21?
Yeah, I came out 21 and 20.
Okay, so now yeah. So you need
21 was Big Daddy Kane. 20 was Redman.
Okay, so who was your 19?
If you remember, this was a few pods ago, maybe a couple months ago. I talked about this guy. You know, I was like, y'all was trying to clown me a little bit. You know, I remember Ludacris.
I thought you was gonna say Tony L.
I thought he was gonna say Tony.
Oh, don't do it. Shout
out to Tony L, man, because Tony L.
Come on, man.
Everybody needs a Tony L on their team.
He did the whole phase. Was it with the girl they doing the stuff?
Right, no.
They doing the whole phase. That's what Tony L.
You gotta have. If you got a guy like Tony L on your team, you winning.
Yeah,
that's like one of the most loyal people in life.
But it's Ludacris though.
No. Okay, so you'd be surprised. I actually got Luda higher on my list.
What? I thought about it, but I was like, okay, I was trying to be objective.
But I'm giving the criteria
because I told you.
So it's not even about preference. If we're talking about preference,
right,
he's probably a little bit lower.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking at his skill, longevity, his albums,
6 albums,
right?
Dog.
He killed the features. He's stand out. Like you put him on the spot, he gonna freestyle.
Cadence.
It's just
bars.
Sometimes certain songs that ain't my song, but I'm not gonna lie. When he say certain line, I'm like, oh dang.
Killing dog. Like when I said he did the greatest rappers alive with featuring Lil Wayne on the Theater of the Mind album he did. He killed Lil Wayne on that joint. So, but I had him 19 on my list. Honestly, preference. I think I told y'all like I don't know 10 other rappers I would put ahead of Ludacris. Now, I might have been a little cap on that. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. But I got him 19. Okay, so
he definitely deserving the top 4.
Yeah. Now 18, I got Scarface. I got Scarface because Scarface obviously with the Get Old Boys, but then, I mean, honestly, when you look at after like 98, I think it was like even what he dropped something I think in 2006, 2007, something like that, and he like Scarface, I don't think gets his credit for, and I think he owned Def Jam South.
Yeah,
with Ludacris actually. So actually they kind of together.
Yeah.
So Scarface, as far as his lyrical ability, his cadence, his bars, like you can tell certain people in rap when I look at it that you can tell their voice from anybody. I think that should count for something. Like certain voices like Ice Cube, Scarface, Snoop Dogg, like you know their voices from anything. So you know, man. So I got Scarface as my 18. 17. What you got? Well, let me just go and do my 17.
Yeah, do your 17.
17, I put Drake.
No, you do. You gotta do 17 and 16.
Okay, 17, I had Drake.
Yeah, that's a negative.
Like I thought I wasn't even gonna put him in, but I can't deny.
No, if we were talking about artists, that's different. If we talking about artists, MC Hammer deserves to be in there.
No, he don't.
Nah.
Yes, he does.
You gonna compare MC Hammer to Drake?
Yes.
Nah.
What?
That's disrespectful, ain't it?
No.
Are you serious?
No. From the standpoint of you're talking about entertainment value, you're talking about noticeability, pop value. You're including a lot of other stuff. But what I'm saying is if somebody holding me while I'm peeing, I can't take credit for my dick. That's all I'm saying.
But
no.
Drake be having some bars
before.
Though.
That's somebody else wrote.
I mean, but you gotta say them though. So I give him credit for that.
That is why Pusha killed him when they had the beef.
He did.
And he pointed that out. Like, this is all me. And guess what? So go get whoever you gotta get, cause I got some more for your ass. When you get whoever you got right for you, I got some. And guess what? It's coming from me because we got a personal relationship, so I can speak on it. I ain't got to get nobody to create some stuff for me. I can actually speak and create and be creative to shit on you. And like he told, like Denzel, and that's why people miss how beautiful that disc was. It was the picture with the black face. It was the beat. The story of OJ, which is about a black man who was in denial.
Yeah.
Then when he said, I'm surgical with this, but check this out. In Training Day, what did Denzel say? I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. What does Jake rhyme with? And he kept saying, I'm searching.
Here he go.
But what I'm saying is you got to understand.
Him dissing Drake saved his career. Let's do that. Let's do that.
You might be
Let's
right.
put that. If he didn't have nobody to
I'm a Pusha fan, but
I'm
telling you.
But if that's a shot, that's a hell of a shot, though.
It is.
That's a half-court shot.
What I'm asking you is, you don't think Drake can write?
I'm not saying he can't, but what I'm saying is, like, even Best I Ever Had, you know, that's our boy that wrote that.
No, he wrote the chorus.
Okay.
Who wrote it? Who talking about?
Kid Shine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He wrote the chorus. He wrote a chorus.
Okay, so take the chorus off.
Let's put it out there. He wrote a chorus.
Man, people
he wrote a chorus
more than
it was not for Drake. He wrote a chorus to sell.
Yeah, he did.
And Drake bought it.
And what I'm saying is, but if you take the chorus off the song, do you really remember the song like that? Of course you don't.
Now, my only reason for putting Drake in
and that's why you laughing, because you know.
No, I'm laughing because you judging his whole career.
Yeah. Now
him paying a friend.
Yeah.
If you, I know your skills.
And so
I know your skills.
Got a lot of friends.
I know your skills.
He's got a whole lot of friends, Vic.
If I'm Drake, I know your skills on the micro, Shay. And you broke poor. Let's just do broke poor.
Yeah.
And this is the avenue that I give you. You gonna clown me for it?
Yeah. And I'm gonna take your money.
Seriously.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. I'm gonna take your money first and get my plaque first, but then I'm gonna talk,
I give
you
Drake.
Gonna talk wit about me after I done gave you that opportunity.
So I'll give you a better analogy. So my brothers used to do this to me when I was a kid. They would start shit and I would have to fight for them. And so I would. They didn't take the ass whooping. You know what they did when we got back to the house? I used to clown them for that. Because when they would try to jump me, I used to remind them, no, nigga, y'all get me to fight y'all battles. So I'm going to stand, I got your back. I ain't going to let you take the L, but when we get back to the crib, oh, you going to hear about that. I'm not finna be like, oh, yeah, we didn't do shit. I did that, and don't you forget it. So when you go back to school and nobody mess with you, just remember who did that. So when you sitting up there holding your plaque and you talking about how talented you are.
Like, I didn't want to put Drake in the list, but I got to give credit where credit is due. I got him as my number 7.
You just don't want to hear Mike Christian and Larry Cashmere in the comments.
Yeah, no.
Talking about how much
I've talked to them about this before.
Songwriting is a job, though, Shay.
That pays people very well.
Songwriting is
that
a job.
He pays people very well.
Right. And the only reason he's so lower on my list is because
Tony L race higher.
I pray you never find out who writes for your favorite artist. I pray you never find it out. Because I'm going to hold you to it. You better bash him on live.
But you know what?
You better bash him on live.
I'm going to do just like what Boosie did when Vlad asked him about T.I.
No. Say you can't do that.
He a rat.
He do that.
He a fucking rat. I'm going to pull a Boosie.
You can't do that.
No, for real. I am. I'm not going to go back.
You got to go back.
But see, this is the thing. I've heard Jada on interviews. I've heard Royce on interviews. It's like I can't if like Sheik Luch said it, and they did songs with Kanye, and they was like, nah, he's like we used to. Well, they don't no more. It was like, nah, we used to fuck with Kanye. He was like, but we ain't look at him like he was like, you got writers. It's like we gonna do this song, we gonna get this money, but we don't look at you like we look at Fab or like we look at the Wu-Tang.
I'm not telling you.
That's what I'm saying. But like these are people that look like the Locks. They're spitters. You know what I'm saying? Like. You're respected, like they got one of the best verses of all times, and so like they look at it a certain way, and it's almost like boxers or hoopers or DJ, like you know who about that life and who just got a good setup. You know what I'm saying? And again, like you did the DJing thing, so like you knew who had a good setup, and all they doing is hit and play, and it's like because you got a good playlist, like you know the difference between somebody who got a good playlist and somebody like Marcus, who actually know the songs, who be making videos, driving to work. It's like, what the hell? Like, this nigga got some, he really know the song. Like, AO really know the song. And you got some people that like, hey, Vic, can you make me a playlist? And then I get up there and hit play, and they like, oh, Roche be DJing.
You do
I
be
hit play.
You
I
do
hit
be
play.
DJing, though.
I hit play.
You do be DJing,
I hit play.
with that.
No, I hit play.
Now,
that's not a good comparison
It's
to
a
what
great
Drake
comparison.
is. No, it's not.
That nigga know how to repeat.
Drake made one of the better diss songs with back to back. I gotta give him that.
Drake rapped one of the best diss songs in the history of dissing.
I pray you never find out who be writing in the industry. Because you found that out from a hater. That's the only reason you found that
Quentin
out.
Miller was a hater?
No.
Now somebody else
What's
came
the
out
name?
with it. I think
The nigga he was beefing with. What's the man name?
Pusha T?
Meek Mill.
Oh, no,
Check
but
that
no,
out.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I never heard, like, I heard Quentin Miller do interviews before I heard the Meek Mill thing.
No, you did.
Yes, I did.
No, you did,
Dude,
man.
all I do when I be at work is hitting play on YouTube and listening to
I
podcasts.
don't think he came out with that till after, I thought.
Didn't nobody know Queen. You ain't know who to look up. How you know who to look up?
Because I'm subscribed to Adam 22 and Vlad TV.
No, man. Don't do Drake like that, man.
And
Don't
Smack
do
TV.
Drake like
I'm
that.
subscribed to all of them. So when it come up on my stuff, and matter of fact, Joe Budden was talking about it before the end.
I got.
Because him and Joe Budden did, but you got to remember, I messed with Joe Budden.
Why?
Slaughterhouse, nigga.
I give you that.
Yeah,
But that's it.
Yeah, Slaughterhouse.
That's it.
Okay, but what I'm saying is because
And your other favorite rappers was that?
Who?
Who was in that group with him?
Oh, yeah, Rush 5
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely Joel Ortiz.
And they don't even like each other no more. Do they? Ain't they beefing
they
still?
mad because Joe don't want to do albums no more. And
He don't want to do albums no more?
no, right. And so like Royce is like, well, if Joe don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. And that kind of created a we actually did a video, which y'all need to go check out, season 2, by the way.
Yeah.
So my number 17.
Okay, who you got?
I got Pusha T as number 17. Which it was crazy that we did all of that because Pusha's my number 17. And so like
I love Pusha.
let me
I love
jump
Pusha.
off this because I know
I love Pusha.
because I felt like I ain't gonna lie, you sent me the list and I saw the argument on Facebook.
You saw that? You saw
And
it?
I'm like, this nigga, we finna have to do a video about this.
Yeah.
But
You saw it. Okay, I wonder if you saw it.
I know, so check this out. Like personally, just from a preference, like
He in my top 40.
no, from a preference, I was
Yeah.
gonna say like Veli is somebody that like I rock with A100.
Yeah.
Conversation, like if he called me, I'm answering the phone.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like we pull up, we finna chop it up.
Yeah.
I respect where he's coming from because he's in a different place in life.
Right.
But if this is your bag,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I sell candy. If you eat too much of my candy, it may cause diabetes. But if this is what's feeding me and my children, I can't say I'm finna stop selling candy because you need to learn some self-control and stop eating my candy.
Yeah.
To his point, he was talking about, Push only talks about one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to pretend like, because the same Tupac that was like, Brenda's got a baby, keep your head up, that was him. But he was also saying, I thought you was a player, but I fucked your wife. It's more niggas that's done got killed off that than me talking about how much weight I'm moving.
Yeah.
Like you talk about fucking another person's, like we done had episodes we talked about exes.
Yeah.
Niggas be ready to fight over exes and baby mamas and people that you ain't seen in 20 years.
Yeah.
That was my girl back in high school, nigga. And you clearly say this and it's pictures, so even if it's not true, like let's be real, he got killed over some bullshit. He didn't have to lose his life over that. That wasn't his fight.
Yeah.
We would tell any one of our homeboys that's some gang shit, leave that alone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he a real dude, but in hindsight, that was real stupid.
Yeah.
That like, let's just be real. If that's your brother or your cousin, you ain't gonna say, "I'll be a real nigga and stand." No, you gonna be like, man, let them handle that. That ain't your fight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This the same one that said like, when we ride on our enemies. So let's not act like he was all of us, it's two sides to every coin.
Yeah.
Pusha has some stuff where it's been uplifting, where he's talking about doing stuff for his family. He's not all, that's a majority of it.
That's the majority of it. But yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so I had to point that out.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you were wrong and because again, his preference is what you like.
Perfect.
You had a valid point. He's in my top 25.
Like,
you said based on his longevity, you talking about going all the way back into like 98, 99.
Yeah.
When they were still called Eclipse.
Right.
And that was all who Pharrell them had. And then from grinding all the way to, you can still make it without a group. You got to give him his props.
To me, top 50, I said when I was talking to Belly on that thread, top 50 was light. I think top 50 was just obvious.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you have them 40, 25, 18 or whatever, I think it's no doubt he should definitely be in the top 50. You know,
and
what I'm
if
saying?
you
When
don't like
look
to listen to the drug rap, that's
Right,
that's
right,
where
right,
you're
right.
at right now. But like, let's just be real. Like, if you gonna condemn him,
Right.
and I know them your people, but you gotta condemn who you was with.
Yeah.
Cause that's all they rap about.
Yep.
All they rap about is violence and getting high and tearing the club up and all of that. And again, and I love that shit. Yeah. But if you're gonna clown somebody, all he talk about, and that's true, cause he does, and he's right. You got a point. And if you ain't on that, that's what it is. I feel that because I'm not on that. So when I listen to it, I listen to it for me. It's not because I'm promoting something that don't get me like when I hear it, I'm not ready to fight or go shoot niggas or go sell dope. I just like the music and the sound and the lyrics. But I get it. But if I'm gonna clown him, then I gotta clown everybody. I like Tupac killed as much as he uplifted black people, he killed a lot of niggas in his music.
Oh man.
Biggie, as much as he loved Sky's the Limit, Juicy, he killed a lot of niggas in his music.
Right. Yep.
Like let's just be real. Like that, if that's what we talk. So if we gonna be for real about it, let's not say because I like this person, and this is who I'm partial to, that I'm gonna get him a pass for all the other bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I don't give myself a pass.
Yeah.
Like you talked about the other week, Righteous versus Ratchet. No, like I love the Lord.
Push T can make club banger.
Who?
Push T.
I don't know.
Yeah, with Ye.
Yeah, why I say that?
This is production. That's
yeah,
production.
Or if he had the right producer.
Yeah, for sure.
But what I think it is like when you find your lane.
Oh yeah.
Why am I gonna get out of my lane? And it's like, okay, well you could sell 5, but you know what? I'm selling 2. I'm gonna stay with the 2 because if I go over here and it flops, I'm not even getting my 2, so I'm gonna stay with my 2. And I think that's where Pusha at.
And Pusha also has some cold features too.
Yeah, definitely.
Not even talking
right,
about
but come on, Hunting Season with Jada Kiss, the joint he did on Royce's Layers album, songs he's had with Rick Ross, like
Runaway with Ye.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that was your.
So hold on, that was 17.
17.
So 16 was somebody who you already listed. Okay. I have Big Daddy Kane at 16.
Big Daddy Kane.
So I'm gonna do my 15 and 14, and then you can go.
Okay.
I guess you'll start at what?
16. Yeah.
So I have Twister at number 15.
He was on my outside. I like that.
And again, longevity, the albums, the features, the commerciality, like
the world record.
You got it, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely Guinness with the world record. But then you could. He's actually saying something.
Yep.
Number 14.
I like that.
Now this is part of it is preference.
Okay.
It's probably not gonna be nobody else's.
Okay.
But number 14 is Royce 5'9". Yeah. Now preference wise, he's in my top 5, top 3.
Yeah.
But if I'm looking at the list, you know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people don't really know he's a more obscure one.
That's true.
But for the sake of argument, name a feature he been on he didn't kill, and I would say go back and look at him. This is one of the only dudes, he did a whole album with Eminem, Bad Meets Evil. And like, it's arguable that every song that they're on together, like,
he got him.
And you know Eminem rapping his ass, and you like, oh damn, like this nigga got Eminem, like, wow, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know the Renegade song that Eminem and Jay-Z did was originally Eminem and Royce the 5'9". And I tell people all the time, Eminem didn't change his verse. If you go listen to the original version of Renegade with Eminem and Royce the 5'9", Eminem has the exact same verse, word for word. The only difference is that part on the first verse, he says, he's Royce, he's the king of Detroit, and I'm the Mr. Sinister, kiss my ass is just a renegade. On the Jay-Z version, he says, he's Jigga Joint, Jigga. That's the only thing he changed. The whole song is exactly verbatim. Eminem did not change one verse.
Right. And
Jay-Z got it. He let him hear the song, and Jay-Z was like, I gotta be on this song. Mm-hmm. And he said Eminem called him, he was like, hey, Jay-Z wanna be on the song. He's like, wanna be on the song, nigga, that's Jay-Z. You can give him the song. Mm-hmm. Nigga, that's Jigga.
Right.
But I'm just saying, but Royce is from Rock City, from Death is Certain, which is one of his most critically acclaimed. It got rated like 4.5 stars, 4.5 mics, 4.5 records on Vibe. From the MIC album to Independence Day to Street Hop to Success is Certain to the 2 albums he did with DJ Premier after Guru died, Prime 1 and 2, from all the Slaughterhouse albums, from the Bad Meets Evil album, from Layers to the Book of Rhyme, which got nominated for the Grammy.
The Book of Rhyme.
And then the mixtapes, Bar Exams 1 through 4, the Trust the Shooter mixtape. Like, this dude got work.
He do.
And so, again, everybody might not like that because I know down here, and this is what I hate about Memphis.
Yeah.
Because we love our city.
For sure.
But I hate that if it's not a certain cadence, a certain style of beat, a certain flow. We may have 1 or 2 people outside. Oh, everybody like Drake. That's easy. Everybody likes Drake.
Right.
Oh, I mess with that Wayne. Everybody like Wayne. Everybody like Jeezy.
Yeah.
But if it's not a Dolph 3-6, Finesse, Gotti, Moneybag, Black Youngster, Big Scar, like we go down. If it don't sound like that, it's like, oh, that shit whack.
Right.
So you mean to tell me, huh?
It's the same thing there.
No, I get it. It's the same way when you go to different coasts, but I appreciate
more open to it, though.
everybody.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mess with New York, like we name.
Yeah.
Heck, and I ain't even done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like LL, he was in my top 25. New York, KRS-One, New York. And then as I get further up but even in my outside looking in, Big L, New York. You had Mace, New York. Like
Method Man.
we met Method Man, Redman. We mess with New York.
Right.
We mess with the West. I had Too Short. I had Cube. Yeah. We mess with the Midwest. Twister, Royce. They're Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Like we miss Big Sean outside looking in. Like we definitely mess with the South.
Yeah.
Cause you had Project. I got him in mind. On my out like. Project. We mess with, and who I say was my favorites.
Yeah.
Finesse is one of my favorite. Like I mess with
Finesse,
and I just hate that like people from here, if it's not a certain thing, it's that. So I know I went off for 10. So that was my 15 and 14 with Twister at 15, Royce at 14. So now you stopped at
17 with Drake.
Okay.
17, 16.
Regrettably.
15. I got.
So who?
No, I said 16.
Yeah.
Bad. 16. 16. I got 50. 50 Cent.
Ooh, I forgot about my boy CJ.
50 Cent, like him, how he came out. You know what I'm saying? Before Eminem got it, when he started dissing everybody. You know what I'm saying? How to Rob, I think it was. You know that.
Hey, How to Rob. You
50,
remember we used to listen to that in the F-150? We be leaving the meet.
Like 50 got. I've never heard before him somebody be so cold with making hooks. Not even, you know what I'm saying? He be saying...
Yeah, 50 is the king of making hooks.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously, too, he had, like, lyrics, too. To me, his lyrics, were underrated. I think he only maybe came out with 5 total albums, I think. But they were nuclears. You know, when he actually came out with Get Rich or Die Trying, obviously, that was the one that, you know, went everywhere. Probably went diamond. And made a movie off of it as well. You know, after that, had the Massacre. Then after that was a little different. You had Curtis, and then you had before. But that's when he was starting to get into his film bag and you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. But he had two haymakers. Mm-hmm. You know, Get Rich or Die Trying in the Massacre. So had 50 at 16. 15. I got T.I. 15, I got T.I. for obvious reasons. Like, T.I. to me was like, I always looked at T.I. as the South Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because he was lyrical. Obviously, when I said bar style and cadence matter, he was lyrical. So he can make you a street record, you know what I mean, as a Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Reasonable Doubt, talking about what he was talking about. But he also can go and mess with P. Diddy and make these, you know what I'm saying, kind of swag, you know, type of song, pop rap songs. He was on the jump with Robin Thicke, you know what I'm saying, and Pharrell. Mm-hmm. I forgot whatever song that.
The one that got Robin Thicke canceled.
Yeah. And so T.I. to me, dog.
And sued.
Yeah.
Because of the Marvin Gaye sample.
T.I.
Blurred Lines.
Blurred Line. Okay, that's what
I know you want
Blurred
it.
Line.
I know you. Now you know what? That you know what? Well, that's a whole nother video. Never mind. If it is another video.
But T.I., dog, he was.
Because now, if a woman tells you that she know you want it, it's okay. But if you say it, We not even gonna.
It's over with. Like T.I. has 10 albums, right?
He got 10.
And so when I look at the 10, I just looked at it. I was like, okay, I know I fool with T.I. Okay. A lot of people be hating on I'm Serious, but I liked I'm Serious. Now, trap music was when he really got going.
And then and you can't forget all his the Hustle Gang stuff too though.
Those are very underrated as well. But you got the trap music, Urban Legend, King, T.I. versus T.I.P., Paper Trail. You know what I'm saying? And the latest joint he came out with, well, this is 2018. Well, he came out with Dime Trap. Classic album. That was his 10th album he came out with in 2018. But he came out with 2 more. He came out with Libra. Libra was nice. Came out in 2020. But to me, T.I. lyrically, commercially, you know, although Ludacris did smash him on Stomp remix. So that's what actually I talked to y'all about on a couple of pods ago. I was like,
no, I mean, like I said, the only other time somebody did somebody on the same song was when LL did Cannabis on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right. Yeah.
Let's get back to this mic on my arm. You don't want to borrow that. You want to idolize. You want to make me mad. You want to socialize.
Hey, LL killer.
And I'm daring any MC in the game. And I dare you to mention my name. LL Cool J is.
So I got.
Shout out to LL.
So I said T.I. was my 15. 14, J. Cole. Got J. Cole as my number 14.
Okay.
For obvious reasons. I think
I got Cole a little bit higher.
You got okay. I agree. I was wrestling with that as well. Yeah. I was wrestling.
But it's somebody who you had on your list that's a little bit higher on my list.
Okay. J. Cole is clearly, I think, this generation's him and yeah. I think me and you was going back and forth about that. I said I was comparing Kendrick and J. Cole, like today's Nas and Jay-Z. It was like who's who? Who's Jay-Z, who's Nas? And I was like, J. Cole to me was more like Jay. And I think you disagree. You thought he was more like Nas.
Right.
Because I thought J. Cole was like, because he can make, you know what I'm saying, like any type of record and kind of be lyrical. He can like be more commercial than a Kendrick. Like, but like Kendrick won a
I don't know, like
a Pulitzer.
Because you got the biggest commercial to me, and keep me, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
But like J. Cole, biggest commercial song is what? Don't Save Her? Does he have one bigger than that?
The John on
Don't Save Her. She don't want to be saved. Is that not the biggest one? Is it one bigger than that?
I think it's one bigger than that. But that's up there though.
So to me, like Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe is up there. That's Kendrick. It's Gonna Be Alright is up there.
Workout, his biggest hit.
Okay, Workout.
So
It's Gonna Be Alright is up there.
Yeah.
But like I remember when Control came out, and that wasn't even his song. Like it was people thought it was his song. It's a Big Sean song. But when he put that song out and then he called out everybody, he was like, "Hey, I love you, but I'm coming for all of you niggas." Like, and nobody responded. It was like, I mean, he didn't call my name out, so he must have been talking about Vic because he didn't say Shay.
Yeah, nobody wanted to
And
smoke
then Vic was
him.
like, well, he ain't say me, so he must have been talking about Shay or JB. And JB, like, he must have been talking about Crown and Shay because, like, when he did that, and it was like, okay, like, the impact was like Jay-Z, like, you know what I'm saying, to me. Like, his impact, and, like, he got a Pulitzer.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
to
different.
me, that's like Jay-Z,
different.
like,
yeah.
You know, in the sense that, like, as Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man.
Yeah.
Like, to me, he's on that status. Even to the point, like, he was acting.
Yeah.
Because now he's transcended. He was on Power. You know what I'm saying? It's like the homeless guy. So it's like, I can hit you with the rap stuff, but then I can also come on another lane. But then he did something that Cole didn't with, like, the record label.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's got MCs he brought on, so to me, he kind of got that, like, right, like kind of like the Rockefeller type thing.
Yeah. Well, that's why I kind of got him higher. I got Kendrick up there, but
no, he's up there. So my 13, I got Big Pun as 13 for obvious reasons.
For sure,
and I've said that. And again, preference wise, like I said, I got Royce higher. And again, Royce, I love you, my nigga. Top 3, but in terms of just we're ranking,
For sure.
I got Big Pun as 13.
Yep.
I have Snoop as 12.
Okay.
I love me some Snoop.
For sure.
My 11, I have Scarface as number 11.
Yep.
And before I pass it back to you, I have DMX as number 12.
Number 12. Hold on. I thought you said 12.
No. Oh, my bad. 10. I'm sorry.
10. Okay.
I can't look. No, the 0 didn't close up. My pen was running out. No, DMX is number 10. I apologize,
okay.
Dark Man.
Okay.
Earl.
That's crazy.
I apologize.
That's crazy. Because my 13 is DMX. I love me some DMX, man. DMX 12. 12. I got Rakim. I got Rakim at 12. Now let me say it. Now I got a question for you. Like
I feel disrespected.
with him and his DJ. I'm trying to Eric B. Now he never rapped on those albums or nothing like that. So to me, I counted those obviously as solo albums, but they're categorized as him,
Eric B and Rakim, right?
Eric
B
and Rakim.
It's like because on a lot of the songs it was scratching.
For sure, yeah.
So
every
Rakim album, Eric B and Rakim is like a Rakim.
It's still a
right?
Rakim album.
As a matter of fact, like Gangstar,
right?
Gangstar is DJ Premier and Guru, but Guru never does any hooks.
Right.
He doesn't put any verses. He makes the beats and he scratches.
Yeah.
So Gangstar is essentially Guru rapping over a DJ Premier beat.
Now,
and so that same token, like you could have like, you talking about producers, you wouldn't say Gangstar, you just say Guru. I mean, DJ Premier.
Yeah.
But the MC of Gangstar was Guru. Yeah. And that's why, like I said, when Royce put out the Prime albums, Guru had died, and it was like they were kind of doing like a Gangstar album, but Royce was playing the Guru role, and DJ Premier was still, you know what I'm saying? So,
because I wanted to put Rakim in my top 10, but then when I started looking,
as you should,
at some, he was there, but I had to like 12 is honestly my top 15 is kind of sacred. You know what I'm saying? Starting with T.I. my 15. You know what I mean? I had T.I. as my 15. Like 15 and up for me is like there for me. So I had to do some shucking and jive, some moving.
I'm talking about, man, know the ledge, don't sweat the technique. What's the John Off the Juice album? It's the song off Juice, but like it was Rakim. Mm-hmm. And then on that song, he actually played the drums on it. Because that was a Super Rakim. Okay. But like his dad was like a jazz musician. Mm-hmm. So like it wasn't just the rapping, like he knew the music, and then him and Eric B fell out because it came out that like he actually was the one that did a lot of the production, the beat making on the songs, but Eric B got the credit for making it.
Okay.
And so it's like this nigga wasn't just rapping, he was also playing instruments or making the beat. Like, so to me, it's like, but like I said, it's just the cadence. Like,
he was different though. He was a trend.
No, I mean, like it was stuff that he would do in his verses that like a lot of artists they do now, and it's commonplace now. But things like alliteration. Alliteration is like when I say I'm always acceptable. When I don't accept action, like you're using the same, or suckers is suspect, sitting, situations, simply like you're using the same. That's the alliteration where you're using the same letter, and then you got like the onomatopoeia where it's making like the same sound.
See, that,
you know what I'm saying? Like and that stuff that like
MC
when you're
coming at you now,
right?
Like
but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like when you're listening to it, it just sound good.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is. You just know I like it. A double entendre.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I gotta prep my meat. You might be talking about cooking, but somebody who hear it, like now everybody say pause. Right. But the reason why they say pause is because it's like he could be talking about cooking. He could be talking about his dick.
Right.
It's like double entendres, or like Jay-Z did with the joint on the DJ Khaled song with him and Nas.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm sorry, that's another B. We did something, that's another B. That's a triple B. Sorry, but like he was doing like the entendres to where it could be like, oh, he talking about Beyonce. Oh no, he talking about a billion. No, he talking about when you say something and it can mean. And Rakim was like and like good with the a lot of his and I'm sorry, I wanted to pull up something. That's why I'm pausing and but like he had a lot of stuff that a lot of guys was not doing, and so
yeah, I agree with that. And
this is what I was trying to pull out right. Yeah, exactly. And it's like he only had he had maybe 1 or 2 songs where he said like "damn" or something on it.
Yeah.
But so like this is Don't Sweat the Technique. He said, let's trace the hints and check the file. Let's see who bit to detect the style. I flipped the script so they can't get foul. At least not now. It'll take a while. I changed the pace to complete the beat. I drop the bass till MCs get weak. For every word they trace is a scar they keep. Cause when I speak, they freak to sweat the technique. I made my debut in '86 with a melody in the President's mix, which is why, again, it's El Presidente.
Yeah.
And now I stay on target and refuse to miss. And still I make hits with beats, parties, clubs, in the cars and Jeeps. My underground sound vibrates the streets. MCs want to beef when I play for keeps. When they sweat the technique. And then it says don't sweat the technique, and then he comes back in. They want to know how many rhymes have I ripped and ripped, but researchers never found all the pieces yet. Scientists try to solve the context. Philosophers are wondering when, what's next. Pieces are took to last to observe them. They couldn't absorb them. They didn't deserve them. My ideas are only for the audience ears. For my opponents, it might take years. Pencils, pens, and swords. Letters put together from the keys to chords. I'm a sculpture born with structure. Because of my culture, I'm a rip and destructor. Different styles of beat. Like, it was the rhymes inside of the rhymes.
Right, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's like when you hear that, it's like he's rhyming inside of the rhyme. So like most people, when they rhyme, me and JB had to get in the car. Vic didn't have the money, so we didn't get far. Like they're rhyming the end. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but Rakim would do stuff like me and JB sitting in the car, Vic sitting up hitting. We didn't get so it's like he rhyming sitting and hitting in car and far, and he would rhyme the stuff in between. Yeah. And that was stuff that the Nas's and the Jay-Z's and the Tupacs and the Eminems and the Biggies did. But that was like, we got this from him.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. That's but
real.
Like for me, who was like a student of the game,
sure.
It was like I'm hearing, oh wow. So I'm sorry.
That's real. Okay. So Rakim was my 12. 11, I got Ice Cube.
Higher than when he was on my list.
Yeah, I got 11 Ice Cube.
2 points for you.
Now, my 10, then we go for you. I got Kendrick at number 10.
Kung Fu Kenny.
Yeah. Kendrick at number 10. So, now we into our top 10 now, man.
Number 9. So DMX was my number 10. I had already said DMX was my number 10. So, my number 9 was J. Cole.
Okay.
I had him a little bit higher.
For sure.
Number 9 was J. Cole. Like I said, obviously.
Yep.
And I look, I'm looking at him. It's like, that's a long street.
Yeah.
No, when I text you that, I was going to get my shirt and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, he said he was up the street now.
Yeah, no, it's like,
nigga, that's a long street.
Yeah, no, it's like, man, like I said, you know what I had to do.
Yeah.
So, and I apologize for that. And I just want to say I appreciate Crown Vic and JB for being patient with me.
For sure.
Because I was on the grind. And thank y'all. Because I know y'all be grinding as well.
You gotta get the paper.
But I mean, I like, grind is different. Because it ain't just paper with y'all. Y'all also got the family stuff too.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate that.
For sure.
So J. Cole was my number 9. Vic will appreciate this. Lil Wayne, Weezy, Tunchi is number 8.
Okay.
He's number 8.
Okay.
And for obvious, like I said, longevity, voice, influence, all of that. Hot Boys to mixtape Weezy. Like, you say what you want to say. It is what it is. Number 7, even though he said he's top 5 dead or alive, I have Jada at number 7. And my number 6 is Kung Fu Kenny. Kendrick Lamar.
You got Kendrick 6?
Kendrick is outside of my top 5. Yes,
you got him
sir.
6?
Nigga got a Pulitzer.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey. He got a Pulitzer.
All right. Now, I left off at 10. I said Kendrick. My number 9, I got Eminem. Eminem, I think a lot of people put him. Like I said, it depends. This list to me, what I said before, that's why I put you know what my list was in had in it, you know what I'm saying, as far as preference, bar style, cadence, entertainment value, da. Eminem is cold. Now if we're talking about lyrics and bars and battle rap and stuff like that, he would be higher. And if it was that, Royce da 5'9" would definitely be in my top 10.
You know, I mean, again, from a talent wise, again, Eminem to me is like what I said with 3 Stacks. Like he's a top 3 talent, but
for sure. And he made albums too.
But it's just that he don't have enough songs. It's like he's just, and I hate to say, like Joe Budden had it's an old clip, but he was like,
he don't like.
He's good at rhyming words.
He is.
He's great. He's like, if we talking about just rhyming words,
right.
He's number 1.
Yeah.
Like this nigga vocabulary is amazing, but
he
like
stuff rhyme.
It's just like, rhyme. But you don't make songs that like I care about.
Yeah.
I don't want to give a monkey a reach around. I don't want to fuck my grandma. Like that's some weird shit that y'all like to do that I'm just.
Yeah, it's not relatable.
It's not.
It's not relatable.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's not enough of Stan.
Yeah.
It's not enough of I think my dad's gone crazy. It's not enough of that.
Yeah.
It's not enough of what's the John him and Dr. Trey had on his first album? Guilty Conscience. It's not enough Guilty Conscience.
For sure. Yeah.
It's Dre's locked in my basement and I'm about to stick something up his ass. Like that's not funny.
I'm with you.
You know.
So
but he can rhyme his ass off though.
Given to what you saying to your account, that's why I kind of put him in my 9. 8, I got Snoop. Snoop Dogg for
a little bit higher.
Yeah, because him. Like I said, his voice, his cadence, his style, with bars on top of that, and then it never hurt to have Dre production. You know what I'm saying? Make things nuclear. Number 8, Snoop. Number 7, I got LL Cool J. LL Cool J.
Had him a lot higher than what I had on mine.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I ain't mad. Yeah. Impact, albums, culture.
Yeah, man.
Vic is making faces because he don't see it.
You don't see it, man. But
he liked them more on my. No, he liked them more on my list. He liked them at 24. He don't like them at 7.
7 kind of high.
Yeah. Look,
you like I said,
you remember LL from Deep Blue Sea.
But see what I'm saying? Like
from the jump, right?
Yeah.
So you never necessarily.
I don't even have. I have those references in recollect. Okay. I wasn't listening to him when he had my radio. I heard them. Like when I started listening, it's like, oh, this is like some years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I really got into it, you talking about Paid in Full. Yeah. You talking about Don't Sweat the Technique.
Yeah.
You talking about like the Public Enemy songs, some of the older NWA. You talking about Bone Thugs and Harmony, Thuggish Ruggish Bone, the 3-6.
See,
you know what I'm saying? Like
my brothers, Rodney especially, he would come home from college. I'm younger. He would have the vinyl of the LL albums. So I was early.
Shout out to DJ Hot Rod, his brother.
Yeah. DJ Hot Rod. My brother Rodney, he came back from Florida A&M out there in Miami. Not A&M, Florida Memorial. I'm tripping.
On the news, getting into fights and stuff, starting riots.
On CNN.
Kappa Alpha Psi.
On CNN. Folks looking at the TV like, this you?
We need Rodney on here with MKJ.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
I'm sorry, Rodney. I was just playing. I love you, Rodney.
But
I mess with you.
But LL, I was on super early because, really my brother and really listening to rap. Like Yo MTV Raps when it first came on, like whenever they were. I don't know exactly when that was, but I remember and actually outside of my top 20, I want to say this too. People may not agree with this. Kumo D.
He in your top?
No.
He's outside. Right. He's outside.
No, he outside. He outside.
He definitely on my outside.
But I was like, to me, him and LL were one of the first ones I heard. And was like, they were beefing too.
That set the thing up for battle rap.
They had a beef, and so, but I got LL my 7. Number 6, I got Weezy.
Oh, okay.
I got Lil Wayne number 6.
All right, so now go from 5 to 1.
Okay.
No, you know what? Instead of like we've been doing several. You do 5, I do 5. Like we'll go that way. So who you got? So now, Vic, when you do whatever you do, or when you do whatever you do, and I apologize. I'm just going to repost whatever it is and repurpose it and make a reel out of it and get us several views on the reel. But top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5. So who's your number 5? And then, but Vic, you got to chime in and get who you would have as number 5.
Now,
and it may not be somebody on our list. So
you know, I haven't named anybody, this person yet, and you know who I rock
I already
with.
know. Tony
you know
Yayo.
that.
Shout out to Yayo.
Tony Yayo, that's my dude, but it ain't Tony.
Oh, okay. Wow, is he higher than 5? Or is he on the outside looking in? What is he talking about, Vic?
He's on the outside.
He got Yayo in the top 30.
Nah, he in my top 150.
Oh, he owes 150. Okay.
He in my 150.
Okay.
Number 5, I got Kanye. Now, you can't. I don't think you can argue it. I don't think you can argue it.
Fame the Rag is back.
Bars, styles, cadence, entertainment value, making a dope record, being original, classic albums. Ye could. I mean, he could be in the top 4, honestly. But I got him as my number 5. You know what I mean? Like, he has, how many classic albums he had? He got at least 4. He got at least 4. At least 4.
That nigga ain't even my top 100.
Nah. See? Who your number 5, bro? You tripping, bro.
I'm not, though. But my
tripping,
number
bro.
5, and we've referenced, I read a whole 8 bars of a verse that he put out because a lot of the greats, it's almost like how, like, when you hear the Zach Levines or the LeBrons or the Jason Tatums, the Kyries, they always mention Kobe. How is he not in your top? Even if you didn't see him play. If Jason Tatum say Kobe, if Kyrie say Kobe, if LeBron was like, they had a whole Nike puppet commercial, if he say Kobe, if D Wade say Kobe, you got to have Kobe up there, right? So like, if Nas say Rakim, if Jay-Z say Rakim, if Eminem says Rakim, if Biggie and Royce and anybody you want to mention, whether it's from New York, California, say Rakim, how are you not going to have, and we still know thinking of a master plan. When you say thinking of a master plan, everybody knows I ain't got nothing but sweat inside my hand. I dig in my pockets. My money, and I don't keep coming up with nothing but lit.
Are you mad at
That's where this came from. We do this in Memphis. Memphis people, y'all know what this is. That came from Paid in Full because he came up with lit. That's all I'm saying.
You mad at my number 5 Vic? With Kanye? I mean, I know
He's not, but he's like
his first couple albums. I miss with. I ain't gonna
first few.
He's like, if that's what you want to do, that's not what I'm gonna do.
I'm not.
He probably wouldn't do it. But I'm saying, from my perspective,
basically what he said, to quote the great Finesse 2 Times, it's cool when you do it.
All right. So my number 4, I got Biggie. For clear reasons. Now, it's always been it's always been Tupac and Biggie. Everybody.
I'm gonna tell you why that's funny in a second.
It's my preference, right?
No, but I'm gonna tell you why that's funny in a second.
Because I always swap with Tupac and Biggie because it depends what's your flavor. What's your flavor of the day? What it is. So Biggie clearly. The only reason I put Tupac ahead of Biggie was because of longevity, as far as
definitely,
you know what I'm saying.
I mean, the amount of work he did before he passed is just
I can't,
because Biggie legitimately only they had some unreleased songs and verses that they did with the so it was Ready to Die, it was Life After Death, and then Born Again. Born Again was where they had a bunch of verses and things like that where they added other people. But so you're talking about really only 3.5 albums worth of material. But like Pac. They was released, like Pac died in
came out about
96 and like the last one came out in like 07.
Yeah.
It's like 11 years after you got enough material to where like, and I'm talking about not an EP. Like this nigga put out, like they put out 17 song albums.
Man, for real.
And so, no, I laughed. I said it was going to be funny because my number 4 is also Christopher Wallace, the Notorious B.I.G.
For sure.
Biggie. Now I will say that my order changed because he was originally number 2
Yep.
on my list.
Yep.
As time has gone on,
As time went on.
yeah, but he was originally number 2. But yes, he is. He's still. I don't think he'll ever leave the top 5.
Nah.
But for obvious reasons,
Yeah.
he's got the anthems. He's got the commercial ability. He's got the features.
Yep.
He's got the voice. He's got the flow, the storytelling.
Yep.
You look at his albums, the impact.
Junior Mafia.
Like, right, he put
made
other people
Juvenile,
on. Like,
yeah.
Lil Kim would not exist if it wasn't for Biggie. Lil Cease would not exist.
Yep.
If it, and he had, like, Crush on You. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lil Cease had him a hit.
Man.
And that's the story of my life.
I was a
He's
ninth
a
grade
slut.
when
He's
that
a
joint
hoe.
happened.
He's a freak. Got a different girl every day.
That joint was
Like,
spinning on Memphis radio, dog.
Now keep in mind,
Here.
now when I was Passion to Christ Roche, it wasn't, but like before Passion to Christ Roche and after Passion to Christ Roche, you know what I'm saying? It was like the life and times of the prodigal son and the road to perdition Roche. Not the redemption of the heathen Roche, but like the other two.
Yeah.
That was me. Got a crush on you? Come on, stop playing.
Yeah. That was a classic. Now, 3.
Who you got as number 3?
Pop. I got Pop.
He got Pop.
Tupac.
So hold up, do you have a problem with his number 4, Vic?
Who was it?
Biggie.
He had Big as
Nah,
number 4.
no.
So you could see anybody.
Yeah, I can see
Reasonable.
why.
All right, what about number 3?
Tupac.
I don't know how to be Tupac fan.
You not? I understand. I mean,
Actor.
he's a cold
Great
actor too.
actor.
Cold
He
actor.
got
too.
more music than he do movies.
He really do.
I just didn't get.
Now don't get me wrong, I mess with
understand.
Above the Rim, Birdie, and
Yeah.
Above the Rim,
Yeah.
Bishop and Juice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lucky and Poetic Justice.
He can act. He better act than he is, bro.
He was a phenomenal actor.
He was, man. He
He
really
was a
was.
phenomenal actor. He actually was supposed to be. Have you ever seen Boys in the Hood? Not Boys in the Hood. A Menace to Society.
Supposed to be Baby Boy.
No. He was. Yeah, he was.
He
He
was
actually
gonna be
was
Baby
supposed
Boy.
to be
He
the
supposed to be
role that
Baby Boy.
Tyrese got.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be him and Ice Cube.
Yep. Yep.
But he was supposed to have a role in Menace to Society. Remember, they had the homeboy that was like woke, that was wearing African.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to be Sharif in Menace to Society.
That's crazy.
But like,
He didn't get the point of the
no, what
character
it
for
was
some
is he was
reason.
trying to
Yeah,
make the
yeah.
role deeper than what it was, and that was like he was trying to add layers to it, and so him and the Hughes brothers got into it. But yeah, I laughed again because my number 3 is LaShawn Crooks, also known as Tupac's Amaru Shakur. And he was actually born. His birth name was LaShawn Crooks. For those of y'all,
I was about to say, I didn't know that.
you know, his birth name was LaShawn Crooks.
LaShawn, okay.
But then, of course, he was given the name Tupac Amaru Shakur, and he is my number 3, which originally, and like I said, they swapped places because my 1 and 2, if you'd asked me 10 years ago, my 1 and 2 were Tupac and Biggie.
Yep. Now,
So he was my number 1, but he's my number 3 of all time. I don't think that's gonna move
that's
anymore.
not gonna move. That's not gonna move. That's not gonna
And again, shout out to Young Velly. To his point, the layers of him. You got the Brenda's Got a Baby. I wonder why they call you bitch. Keep your head up, dear mama. But at the same time, he could also make the toss it up.
Yep.
I get around.
Can't see me.
Every city I go, I see the same hoe.
Yeah.
That's not uplifting. We all got daughters.
Yeah.
You want your daughter to be the same hoe?
Yeah.
Like, let's just be real. Like, what are we talking about? Does Brenda's Got a Baby negate the fact that you said you see the same hoe? Toss it up. What are we talking about? Like, let's be real. Like, for real.
Yeah.
I don't love nobody that much that I can't overlook your bullshit.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. And I love me some Tupac.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, but I see both sides. We don't talk about this, but the situation where he went to jail for the chick, he left her in the room with a bunch of niggas.
Mm-hmm. Y'all so messed up by him with that.
And had he not left, they may not do nothing.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he didn't get him permission, but he left her up there with a bunch of niggas that took advantage of her. So
Did you hear me?
I didn't hear a
hear a
beat.
beat before
So I guess I'm still on camera. So
Yeah, you still on camera.
I'm just saying, like, he left her up there. Now again, 2023 is different from what is that, 1994 maybe?
Yeah.
So like it's different.
94.
You know what I'm saying? But like now we kind of know better. Like if that was your daughter, and then somebody that she was supposed to be tight with or messing with, would you be cool if he was like, well, I just left her up there. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Like you would be pissed off.
Yeah.
So again, I love Tupac. Tupac is an activist. Tupac was for the struggle. Tupac, he transcended his music. But I can't act like he don't have bullshit like we all don't have bullshit.
Oh, for sure.
And so when you look at somebody, you gotta look. You can't just latch on to he was for the struggle and he was for the people and he uplifted. He also was involved in some shit that like you wouldn't co-sign. And so I can't demonize a pusher for only rapping about or mostly rapping about drugs, but negate the fact that you allowed a whole rape to take place. Yeah. Like let's just be real. Now, did he rape the woman? No, he didn't. No. Did he know that's what they was gonna do? Probably not.
No, I don't think he did.
But the fact that you're like, okay, well, if that's what she like, you just leave to kind of dismiss yourself from the situation, and that changed her life. She got to live with that. You're gone. She's still living with that today. You got people to this day still calling her a hoe in the bed. You set up Pac and all that. She got to live with that for the rest of her life.
I think she did something on Vlad.
Yeah, she did something on Vlad, but like to this day, like she don't do interviews because like she still remembered as being that girl. Yeah. So
I can imagine how she looked back then. Cause even then she looked kind of good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
Vlad.
I saw some of the old pictures.
I was like, how
so that's what I'm saying. Like I don't love nobody that much that I can't like that. When you wrong, I can admit that you wrong.
Right. Yeah.
And so, but now again, if we're just talking about his music, his impact, what I love about him, his poetry, Tupac was phenomenal.
Timeless.
Amazing.
Timeless. Yeah.
He's never moving out of my top 5.
Nah.
Period.
I think
I hate to admit it, just like Tom Brady is going to be in the GOAT conversation of quarterbacks as much as, and you know, I used to hate to say he was, but he is. Right. But Joe Montana's never moving out of mine. Yeah. Tupac ain't never moving out of mine.
Right.
Top.
I'm with you.
Now we on to the top 2. Who you got as number 2?
Know. Now, as you said, I pretty much kind of feel the same way you did. Like 3 years ago, he would not have been my number 2. Mm-hmm. But Nas is my number 2.
So for the sake of the camera, Vic, did I not get here late? You guys say no. You can't just shake your head.
Oh yeah.
I was late.
Yeah.
I ain't had time to get like y'all think I'm dressed like I normally. You see, I got my ring. I had enough time. I stopped at the crib. Normally, I'm fresh and clean. I ain't did too many hugs today because I was working. I stopped to get my ring. I stopped to get my earring. I put the earrings on while I was at the light up there at Sycamore. At the I put my earrings in. I didn't put my watch on until I got up here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put my rings on until I got in the driveway. I'm standing at your door. I didn't know you texted me and was like, the door is open.
Text, yeah.
Right. I'm standing there trying to put on stuff. I didn't put this shirt on until I got in here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I legit left from working, okay? So, we didn't have time to discuss this.
No.
We were supposed to have, shout out to our guy, Ock Black, DJ Black was supposed to be a guest, dealing with, of course.
Yeah.
I got allergies, so I know what it's like, but he got the sinus infection. And that's why my voice sound like it sound.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm driving around in dust and pollen, and it's messing with my allergies right now.
I hate that for you.
But no, and he actually was like, he's like, man, I thought I had COVID, but I tested negative. And he was like, but he's like, I don't sound myself, and I don't want to half-ass y'all. And I was like, no, I'll hit up JB.
Yeah. All good.
But, so we didn't discuss this. But I laughed at that because your number 4 was Biggie. My number 4 was Biggie. Mm-hmm. Your number 3 was Tupac.
Yeah.
My number 3 was Tupac. Your number 2 is Nas. Yeah. And and that's why I laughed because we did not discuss this. No. When I came in, they were waiting on me. I was late. That's on me. They were watching the game.
Yeah.
They had just finished, I guess, watching Philly and Boston. By the time y'all see this, we don't know where that series is going to be. They were watching Phoenix and Denver.
Phoenix won that, by the way.
And so, shout out to the Phoenix Suns. So, we didn't discuss anything. Because like I said, we came in, we started talking about, shout out to MKJ and that sermon, keep doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. He started off talking about that. We did not discuss this. And I know him, but just so y'all know, this is not discussed. My number 2 is Nas.
Nasir.
That's why I laughed. And we can't make this up.
Look,
And his Tony L is on his outside looking in, so y'all know we don't like the same stuff. We set up here to argue about Lauryn Hill, so don't try to play with us and act like, oh, y'all know. We do not think the same.
You was nodding your head to that Yayo ad when I played it for you.
I like the beat.
You was nodding too.
I mess with Yayo.
Exactly. Look at you. Look at him.
I know niggas who sold Yayo.
Yayo, they don't understand, bro. They don't understand. But Nasir, for me, like it would have been Biggie 3-4 years ago if I put him in my
mine was Tupac and Biggie.
But Nas, King Disease, like all three King Disease 3 to me was his best one. The latest one, I think that was King Disease 3. But you know he has
30 years, nigga,
reinvented himself. Like
30 years, nigga.
Yeah. When did Illmatic come out?
Like 94.
94, 95, yeah.
Like, but he was rapping like Live at the Barbecue was before that.
Okay.
I was listening to an interview on Vlad. He was actually supposed to be in with Junior Mafia. Cause he was in the neighborhood and like
Illmatic,
Biggie wanted cause he was cool with Lil C's. Biggie was trying to get him to be with Junior. He was supposed to be with Junior Mafia. But then he did the Live at the Barbecue. He ended up getting a record deal, and then the rest is history, as they say. But Biggie wanted Nas for Junior Mafia.
You talking about from 94 to...
So, in 94 is when Illmatic came out. You got to remember, he was out before then.
Yeah.
So, like, he probably, like, let's just say 92, 93, he real-lived 30 years.
Different.
Like... And not no breaks, and that's why some of these people like Big Pun had Big Pun had one more album, probably been higher. Had Big L had one more album, probably been not on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
If LL had not just focused on acting,
came up.
You know what I'm saying? Like Ice Cube also focused on acting. Rakim, after him and Eric B was beefing, he just kind of stopped.
He did, yeah.
Like a lot of these people would be higher. But like it ain't been more than maybe 2 years in between albums.
Yeah, man.
If that, and even if it is, it's only because he touring. It's not because he ain't working. He's still relevant, still dope, still. When him and Jay-Z dropped the joint on DJ Khaled, like it shut down.
It's
sorry, I'm not sorry. Come on,
yep. Like that whole thing, like Nas. His flow, like Illmatic 94. I listened to some old albums in 94 just to see like what else came out that year compared to Illmatic. And it was like light years ahead of its time, bro. Like, can you like I listened to Method Man came out with an album somewhere around there, like 94, 95, and it was nowhere close to lyrical. Just Nas was just on some different, like when he came out with Illmatic. And then backed it up in 96 with It Was Written, I Am in 99, Nostradamus 99. The same year. I Am and Nostradamus came out the same year. Then you got Stillmatic, Godson, Street's Disciple, Hip Hop Is Dead.
Oh man, look, that was Stillmatic, but this is one of the songs in my playlist right now.
That's I'm sorry.
What I've been listening to, Sorry I'm Not Sorry with Nas and Jay-Z. And I just like I ain't had to find it. That's right. When I pull my playlist up,
it's right there, huh?
That's right there in my playlist, Nas and Jay-Z.
And we already know who the number one is. Who we both had a number one. Like before, it was, it's Jigga, man. Jigga got to be number one as far as you can put him on any list that you want to think of. You can say lyrical list.
It's in my playlist.
Still in your
it's
playlist?
in my playlist. Still in my playlist. And so just so y'all don't think, oh, he only listen to old stuff. This is also in my playlist.
What's that?
Finesse.
Oh,
two of them. What do you mean? Feature Moneybags. That's in my play. Like, so it ain't just like, you go old school. No, I just have a cue. So like. You may hear that, like I said, like the next song in my playlist, and we talked about the commerciality.
What he doing, Vic? Man?
You know what I'm saying? Like you talking like so I could go Memphis, I can go to old school. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those things. Like I listen. I have a plethora of music. You know what I'm saying? That I listen to, whether it's Memphis stuff, like one of the Knicks joints in my joint. Like Player Tony was on here talking about Kingpin Skinny Pimp. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a Kingpin Skinny Pimp song, and that's all I'm saying. Like I listen to a lot of music, so it's not just you only listen. You like the lyric. Oh no, I listen to Memphis. I listen to East Coast. I listen to West Coast, Midwest, and to your point. Number one on my list is also Jay-Z, but going back to what we talked about, first time appeared on the Jazz O joint, Hawaiian Sophie, 1989.
Yeah.
Hawaiian Sophie, Jay-Z's in the video rapping on that joint, and then after that, he's rapping with Big Daddy Kane.
On tour with him.
Touring with him. Mm-hmm. And so, like, again, you got over 30 years. Yeah. Which I guess that's what made the Ether thing so real, because they both knew each other. And that's why I was saying, like, you talking about 91, they knew each other back then. Mm-hmm. And it's like, still, when this nigga drops something, he's transcended.
And the only time that I ever saw Jay slip that I thought, oh, snap, somebody got him, was when he came out with Jay-Z came out with Super Ugly.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, because Jay was reaching on that. Like I didn't like Super Ugly because that was his response to Ether, right? Super Ugly, I think it was.
Yeah. But I mean, and it was kind of like it was a beef thing and everything like that. But it was like an intentional, like, oh, I'm just being below the belt because I can be, below the belt or whatever. But again, like. Like what are we talking about? Like again, like Big Pimpin', what I played. That's a song with some South niggas, UGK. He killed it. He also was on the song with Juvenile, the High remix. He killed it. Like he did other East Coast songs. He killed it. He's on the song with anytime him and Nas have done something. Yeah. Like when he had Nas featured on American Gangster, Black Republicans. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then like he was on one of Nas like So we done did our list.
Top 25.
So I want to shout out because like Nipsey is definitely, I don't know where he falls, but he's up there to me.
I put him in my top. Oh, I don't know.
50 maybe.
He was in my
75.
When I put my 100 down, he was in my 100. So I don't know where he. I would say probably he in my top 75. That would be fair, I think.
Vic may know this person. I don't know if you know, but like I love LaRussell. But like the way he spells his name is like L.A. Russell, but like that nigga be spitting, and like I love how he move on the independent circuit. Mm-hmm. Like when you look at how much work he done put out in the last few years, you actually had him up, but like Kool Mo D is one. He definitely could have been in there
for sure.
Juvenile and BG,
Juvie.
like nigga, Chopper City in the ghetto and 400 degrees.
Yeah.
Find somebody to play with.
What about Will Smith? Would he be in your top 100? Vic?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, 101 maybe.
100.
101 maybe.
I don't know. Will Smith.
Hey, won the first Grammy. Won the first Grammy as a hip hop.
So I got a lot, and I got a lot of niggas that like people don't know nothing about.
Yeah,
that.
No,
he did.
So he did, but come on, the stuff it's a lot of stuff he did negate all that.
A lot, yeah.
But a lot of people ain't never heard of.
Summertime, no. You young enough to
understand negate summertime. Summertime hit. Summertime a hit. I give
still today.
I give you that.
Still today, somebody
But
okay, Wild Wild West and all that stuff. Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Hey, look, a lot of people don't know, and I'm hey, when if y'all get a chance, look these names up. The Ambassador, Corey Red and Precise, whether as a group or individual. Stephen the Levite, Shabak, Breathe Easy,
Shabak,
Breathe Easy.
Yeah.
Those are dudes y'all need to look up. Yeah. Probably the best you never heard of. But I had to get like, cause them my guys Ambassador. In real life.
Yeah, man.
Fro, C. Micah.
Yeah.
Young Velly. Corrupt. Beanie Siegel.
Crazy Bone.
Oh, look. Hey, you on my list? No, I got Crazy Bone. I got Crazy Bone on there. I got Beanie. Like you already said, Project Pat, but I got him up here.
Player Fly.
I actually have all of Wu-Tang. Player Fly, Gangsta Black. AZ.
AZ.
If that song "Life's a Bitch" like that was him and Nas. Like anytime you listen to a Nas album, he gonna have AZ featured.
Prodigy.
Yeah, you got Prodigy on there. 2 Chainz is actually on my outside looking in because I mess with 2 Chainz.
Okay, I got you. What about ODB?
Crooked Eye. No, I had Wu-Tang. So like, but I included like Jizza, Raekwon, Ghostface. Like I mess with all of Wu-Tang.
Nelly. I had Nelly in my top 100.
Oh wow, yeah, no, I'm gonna have to say the name on my brother.
Oh, Nelly, look.
Yeah,
fetish for cornrows.
So like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know of any albums, but I really like Spody from Hustle. Like he used to rap with Hustle Gang. I mean, and it's so many more. Like we didn't mention like the Eric Sermons groups are another thing because
Chance the Rapper I got one of my top 100. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like we didn't mention the groups. Like we talked about briefly the NWAs and the Ghetto Boys, but then you got like EPMD, which the group Eric Sermon was with.
I wanted to mention another Memphis Connect.
Who was that?
I got in my top 100 8 Ball.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. You can't say 8 Ball without MJG.
But 8 Ball.
No, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on 8 Ball, but what I'm saying is, you can't leave MJG out either because both of them could go. MJG is hard by himself.
That's real.
8 Ball is hard by himself.
Yeah.
Just like when you say play a fly, you can't say fly and then act like black don't exist.
For sure.
And vice versa. You can't say you mess with my nigga Courtney Harris, but you know what I'm saying? You can't, hey, that's my guy. But you can't say Gangsta Black and not say fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Also, I had on there...
shout out, rest in peace to, you know what I'm saying, Gangsta Boo.
Gangsta Boo, I had her in my top 100. Mm-hmm. I got Coogee Rap in my top 100. A lot of people don't... He's the one that kind of started kind of the gangster...
Yeah. You gonna do that? And that's another New York nigga, but you got to mention Master Ace.
Okay, I'm not familiar with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of...
Yeah. I got a couple people. I put in...
We left out E40.
E40, I did too.
Longevity.
It's
arguable. You know what I'm saying? Like Goody Mob, like a lot of the guys from Goody Mob, CeeLo, Cujo, Big Gip, like, you know, T-Mo, like Goody Mob was that. You know what I'm saying? The whole Texas movement, Slim Thug.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Chameleonaire. Like, it's like Texas had a whole...
Ice-T.
I mean, and again, but like a lot of niggas only know from Law and Order, SVU or SUV or whatever the hell it is.
It's a lot of... I got a full top 100 and I got...
That's what I'm saying.
We ain't say nothing about Chuck D.
Oh, forgive me, Chuck. Forgive me, the legend.
Hey, Chuck.
And you know who else I forgot? Tretch from Naughty by Nature. Tretch.
Q-Tip.
Hey, like, come on, man, stop playing.
See what I'm saying? So, but...
And then you know what? My guy Stefan gonna get mad like Wale.
I like Wale.
Wale is nice. And you'd already said Big Crit. Oh, but what about Toby and Wigway?
I like that dude.
Toby is nice.
I like him. Now, we're going to end after this. Master P is in my top 100. Just not off of lyrics, but just off of, hustle.
As in MC Hammer is in mine.
MC Hammer, you?
Man, leave MC Hammer out of anything.
I would too.
On
Pumps
any list.
In the bumps.
Any list.
Pumps and the bumps. We like the girls, Vic. With the pumps and the bumps. That's all I'm going to say.
Killer Mike.
No, Killer Mike is... Oh, and then even his homeboy he rap with Run the Jewels.
Yeah.
Like, they be killing it. And then you think I'm joking. Like, no. MC Hammer got real life street cred.
Oh, for sure.
They will pull up.
Crusher higher
than
him.
Stop it.
Exactly.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I'll put...
Come on, man. That man
look,
still
I'm finna be like you. That man was a giant on that video. Did you see that? He was stepping on buildings, man.
That man still get paid off and can't touch this.
Man, I'm outside of the club.
No, stop it.
Come on, man.
Hey, but I bet you if you play it, can't touch this go harder than...
and I guarantee if you play
scared.
that Bone Crusher in the club right now, somebody gonna die. Somebody might die.
You're gonna have a subsect of people that know that. But when you play Can't Touch This, Nigga,
look,
stop it.
The first 30 seconds of Can't Touch It, they gonna go crazy.
Hey,
soon as he start rapping, they gonna be like, all right, now.
Hey, that's the only
let's cut that out.
Because Hammer can play We Gotta Pray Just to Make It Today.
I give you Hammer with that.
And like I said, and Pumps in the Bump. That man had Deion Sanders in the video. Stop playing with me.
He did. But yeah.
Oh, we going to choices? Choices. Come on, man. Stop playing.
And we mentioned too earlier, Eve. Eve is crazy.
Eve, Foxy Brown, Lil' Kim. Like I said, y'all shitted on Trina, but Trina was the baddest. And Missy Elliott. Like, what are we talking about? Rest in peace. Like I said, I read Gangsta Boo.
We ain't mentioned the GOAT to me. We Memphis, so we Gangsta Boo.
Yeah.
But I'm all Mia X.
Oh, yeah. No, the biggest mama, Mia.
Mia
X. Come on, man.
No, Mia X. Stop it.
She did.
Mia X was, come on, man. Stop
playing. Mia X, bro.
Mia X
came off like a mama with some kids to me.
She did.
Oh, for sure. She did. Yeah,
the biggest mama Mia, the unladylike diva.
I can't front with that.
Hey, man, rest in peace, my nigga Percy. But Percy loved the Ghetto Twins.
He did?
Yeah. Responsibility. Hey, the Ghetto Twins was spitting too.
That was straight.
So many things to do.
Oh yeah, we mentioned too. Also, Slick Rick.
You can't put
Slick.
No. I didn't mention Biz Marquee. But that go back. I meant to mention him because you were talking about voice, and like he really didn't have that voice. Like, oh, it was somebody like you hear his voice, but like
he was in
the
nigga
was rapping though.
Was it the
in that area, yeah. Like he was in that era. With the Cool Mo D's, with the Big Daddy Kane's, like they were all, and it's crazy because the Vapors,
so many names,
the Vapors, I didn't know, and so Vic said this, we was like, oh, you gonna no, that song, the Vapors, the original version of the Vapors, Biz Marquee rapped the song, Big Daddy Kane wrote the song,
Also,
but you got what I need, like. And you can't tell me that voice is soothing. But like, the nigga made it work. That was Biz Marquee. Make the music with your mouth. Come on, man. Stop playing.
Mos Def?
And Talib.
Yeah.
And Talib. Oh, come on, man. Don't play with Talib, brother.
Black Thought. See, I got so many names over here, bro.
I apologize to Tariq Trotter, who is one of the members of Jimmy Fallon's band. With the Roots, because Tariq is like definitely, and it's the Roots, but he's generally always rapping. So it's not like a group situation. That joint that he put out, I believe, is on Funk Master Flex, where he rapped for like 10 minutes. Okay. But like any Roots album is like Tariq rapping. So I apologize, Tariq, because like you're in a special class.
He different, bro.
Tariq is built differently.
He is. He built different.
I believe we're going to get a lot of views on this time.
I love him. I just need to put it in the right frame and form. But we got it's a lot, bro.
No, and it's more. So like, somebody asked me today, like, because I told him, I was like, oh, like this video we're shooting today is like, so y'all just doing. What about groups? I was like, that's another thing. Like, what about so y'all doing R&B too? I was like,
that'd be something else.
Yeah, we might have to get Mr. Andrew in here or somebody, or Nate or Queen Jasira in here to do a singing video.
Get Maddie coming in here.
Yeah, we could. We could.
Lupe.
So, man, stop it. We could go on forever.
I know what I'm saying. So,
man, well, look, we was out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, my God, y'all don't understand.
It's a lot.
It's a lot working, being back in the office, family stuff. Y'all know me. I'm always working. Like, if y'all could have saw me when I walked in, like, I'm always working. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our families for being patient with us because we devote a lot of times to jobs and other stuff, but they be patient, and that's all three of us in here. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all.
For sure.
But JB, go on, close us out, brother.
Yeah, man. Y'all, until next time, continue with that executive mindset.
And most definitely keep it presidential.
Salute.
Arrivederci. Bow.